Baby, give me all of you, so nothing's left. Baby, you don't bother trying, I need a vest. I can't even lie, you do the best. Baby, I'm trying to make a mess. In and out that pussy fire. Pussy good, it can make a nigga cry. If you think I say the truth, I don't gotta lie. Keep that pussy till it did, I want it to die. Only time you shedding tears,
yes, sir. Feels as if the world waited for us to miss a Monday podcasting to just turn upside down. Literally. A day after, 2 days after. Ain't that, what's the irony? Pretty crazy. And unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? But we are here. Club Ambition Podcast. Cap, back on another episode. Round of applause. Thank you guys for joining us, especially the live stream. We live stream every Monday, as you know. But we missed the Monday. Emergency. Had to go to the Kendrick Lamar concert. And we're going to give you guys our thoughts again and review. Now, sitting down, days removed from the Kendrick Lamar GNX tour with SZA in our show here in Gillette, New England. Our thoughts about that. You know, and if you're new here, welcome. This is Club Ambition Podcast, a.k.a. Cap. I'm Victor. We got Noel in the building right here, a.k.a. Jason Tatum's cousin. We got Marlon in the building as well.
Cousin, what's good, yeah?
You know what I'm saying? We are here. A lot to talk about today, guys. From Diddy to Tory to DDG losing custody. Joy Badass calling out Kendrick Lamar in a new diss. And the whole East versus West Coast kind of beef currently right now. Subliminally, in a competitive way. In good taste. The Ace family drama. Awesome McBroom. Shawty, my girl's been talking to me about that stuff all week. Rumored Pusha T, Kendrick Lamar collaboration. The Weeknd's movie coming out, the new Superman trailer. We also, locally, the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, our state is confirmed, coming to Bravo TV. You know what I'm saying? We might have an update with that. You know, we might be featured in that. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. Or maybe we do.
You, bro, you're the only one with a wife.
I don't know. Or maybe you guys got some hidden wives in here.
Nah.
They also feature on that show people that steal wives, you know what I'm saying? So Noel might be in that bitch season 2. We don't know.
No, I'm not.
No.
Cassie exposing a lot of stuff with Diddy. Man, there's a lot. But thankfully, I have a very written out structured notes here, so we'll get through it with you guys. We appreciate you guys, and feel free to leave a comment if you're watching the live stream. If you're not watching the live stream, make sure to watch the podcast throughout the week and the clips throughout the week, whether it's social media, the Cap clips on YouTube. Also, you can also listen to podcasts wherever podcasts are available, Apple, Spotify, etc. Especially on Spotify. A lot of you guys listen to us on Spotify every week. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. You're not taken for granted. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Shout out to our sponsors. Let's do the sponsors. Whenever you get the chance, start with Freshman Barbershop. Shout out to our guy Manny, the Freshman Barbershop at 1500 Atwood Avenue in Johnson, Rhode Island. If you're looking to get a barber, for your son, your daughter, yourself, new barber in New England, especially in Rhode Island, stop by the Freshman Barbershop. Shout out to Manny, the Freshman Barbershop. Amazing barbers over there. New barbershop here in Johnson, Rhode Island. One of our sponsors. We work with them. Great people over there. Shout out to Manny, Carlos. Stop by 1500 Atwood Avenue in Johnson, Rhode Island, and tell them that Club Ambition sent you over there. We sent you over there. Cap Crew sent you over there to the Freshman Barbershop. Also, real quick, let me mute that. Shout out to Michael. I'm talking to Michael. Also, P-Pack, we can put up the P-Pack show. You can put it up, but then you can take it right down because it did happen. So we don't need to put it, but we want to tell people, shout out to everyone that was in attendance at the Cypress Hill show. Shout out to P-Pack, Providence Performing Arts Center. I heard great things about it. Happened last night with the Rhode Island Philharmonic. That's right, a legendary hip-hop group performing with an orchestra. I heard it was great. We're going to get potentially someone from P-Pack in here soon to talk about more of their events, maybe next month, etc. Hoping to work with P-Pack going forward again. But I wish I was able to make it. Could not make it. Had no babysitters. I couldn't leave last night. I was going to go to the weekend movie fan event here in Rhode Island. It was like a fan event movie showing. Bought tickets last week for no reason. Couldn't make it. And then also the Rhode Island Philharmonic show with Cypress Hill because I'm a father. And there was no babysitters available. And I'm not leaving my son with no stranger. I don't trust that shit at all. But Also, wanted to shout out our sponsor, Liberty Lumber. That's right. Reminding you guys to check out libertylumberproducts.com if you're looking to get some actual good woodwork products already made, custom products. Shout out to my guy Justin. Great people over there. They are very professional. They have an amazing shop. Visit them in store if you want as well. Coventry, Rhode Island, 303 South Main Street in Coventry, Rhode Island. You dream it, they build it. They have slabs of wood. They have an actual collaboration with the Providence College Friars. They have licensed products in there. They have a really dope YouTube channel. You guys should check them out as well. Liberty Lumber Products. They transform people's visions into stunning, functional pieces and become treasured parts of your home. We're in talks. I want to get something custom done in here. It just has to make sense because I want it to utilize. I don't want it to just kind of be something off to the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Shane. He does the skateboards and stuff like that. But I want to have something that we can actually physically maybe have. Maybe they can redo this table that we do in the middle for us. Something like that to that nature. You know, we'll be in talk. Shout out to Justin. But Liberty Lumber Products, one of our sponsors. And last but not least, shout out to Mother Earth. Mother Earth Wellness. That's right. Our sponsor, Mother Earth Wellness, here. We're back working with them. We announced it last week. Thank you guys. You know, and also shout out to all the sponsors for being patient with us because of the lack of filming on Monday. We had to move it to today, emergency. Things happen, but we appreciate all the relationships with these sponsors. But Mother Earth Wellness, we want to remind people that thank you for actually supporting us when we did our live stream in-store event. We were in-store. We did a successful live stream event inside of Mother Earth Wellness in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and people visited us. A lot of fans came through. We gave out free products, free cannabis, free pre-rolls, etc. for those who do actually partake in cannabis. And we also interviewed the CEO, Joe. Shout out to Joe, the CEO. Great guy, great conversation, talking about the billboards and everything happening with Mother Earth. They're a great company here in Rhode Island. So shout out to Mother Earth, our sponsor, again. Mother Earth Wellness, you know what I'm saying? Show your face real quick, Marlon, your handsome face. That way they can see the logo behind you real quick. That Mother Earth. Oh yeah.
I'm about to say, I was like, I didn't wear that. I didn't wear anything. You know
what I'm saying? Yeah, and without further ado, let's podcast. They should put that into the dictionary as a verb. Podcasting. What's podcasting? Talking shit on microphones. Okay. The Diddy Trial. Why not start with the Big Kahuna? What many all over TikTok are calling the trial of the century. But the Diddy Trial is officially started. Aside from last week, we covered it last week. They were doing the jury selection and making the final touches, but the official trial started this week. Today was day 4. But breaking it down into day 1 through 4 of Cassie's actual testimony, right? I want to remind you guys, right? The reason that Diddy is actually in trial is because he's facing federal sex trafficking charges and racketeering as well. And right now is a pivotal moment of testimony with his girlfriend, Cassie, currently, because she is taking a stand and actually testifying against Diddy. You know, her husband, Alex Fine, right? This handsome white gentleman that has gone viral. All the girls on TikTok saying, oh my God, he's so handsome. His last name's Fine. He's very fine. It makes sense. Oh my God. He was staring down Diddy today, they were saying, during Cassie's testimony. Staring him down, right? This was the man, I believe, that was formerly also Diddy's trainer. I believe both of their trainers. But day 1, crazy, right?
Wow,
There's always
so
a trainer.
It's always a trainer.
There's always a trainer for some reason.
That's how Tom Brady lost his bitch.
Yep, Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't a recent situation with a trainer?
Noah lost his girl to a trainer.
You run that one back for me.
No, hold on. Noah lost his bitch to a trainer.
Wait, no, at first he said girl, then he said bitch. Now he's saying
Okay,
bitch.
girl, right. Same shit.
My
let you
God.
Why are you the trainer?
I'm gonna let you know.
Oh,
something.
he's the trainer.
He's the trainer.
Plot twist.
No.
You training?
Yo, the day I let one of them dumb-looking built niggas take my girl, I'm Nah, please.
Let's not put that on.
W Riz for the trainers out there in the world.
Nah, no Riz. I will hit you.
They gotta have
weight.
something, bro. They're successful at doing this consistently. But day 1, opening statements and initial testimonies. Prosecutors alleged that Combs operated a criminal enterprise that exploited women through coercion, drugs, and violence. They introduced surveillance footage from 2016 showing Combs assaulting Cassie in a hotel hallway. The 15-minute long, unedited, uncut footage, extended footage of Diddy assaulting Cassie was released in court. They watched it in court, everyone together, and it's released online as well. And this time around, you see actual staff from the hotel there. You know, people pushing the carts. Some guy that came up looked like almost like security type of vibes with his suit and a walkie-talkie. There's witness testimonies that are ongoing right now as well. A sex worker testified about being recruited for sex freak-offs, describing as drug-fueled sex parties orchestrated by Diddy. And a hotel security guard recounted on an incident where Diddy appeared devilish after allegedly beating Cassie. You know what I'm saying? You're laughing at the live chat for context, right? Because we gotta make sure people be hear
Someone
it.
described him as devilish.
Yeah.
That was definitely a white person.
Listen, I guess it could be someone with a good ass lawyer, because devilish to the jury is like, shit, that guy's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Day 2, Cassie's emotional testimony began. This was May 13th, and Cassie detailed a decade-long relationship marked by physical abuse, and also she described being forced into multiple freak-offs where she engaged in sexual activities with male escorts while under the influence of drugs. In 2009, the incident where Diddy allegedly kicked her in the face during an argument inside of an SUV. She also testified in a 2018 grape following a supposed reconciliation meeting. Her mental health has been impacted, and she spoke about this as well. This is one of the things, right, where she also went into detail as far as how the escorts were hired. Cassie would be in communication with these escorts. Cassie said she would use, I have the website right here, in case anyone wants to use it, I guess. Cassie would use websites such as Craigslist and cowboysforangels.com to actually reach out to escorts for Diddy. And she did not post ads, but she would respond to them via text. Cassie also stated on the stand during Diddy's trial that Diddy and an escort would have sex with her sometimes, and he would just watch. And Diddy sometimes would walk up and give that male escort oral sex himself, and sometimes the escort ejaculated, and if he ejaculated, Diddy would make Cassie put the semen from the escort on his body and chest and have Cassie rub the other man's semen on Diddy's nipples. All right? If escorts ejaculated without being given permission, Diddy would tell them that they were going to get paid less, and they were getting paid less. So, I'm sorry. This is very graphic. It's hard not to laugh because it's just like, imagine being an escort. Bro, what type of fucking pressure is that? You got hired by Diddy, and then Diddy's like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. But, you know, you only can come when I tell you to come. Like, imagine you can't even enjoy yourself as an escort because you can't get your nut off, you can't do nothing. Like, you have to abide by Diddy's rules only, and that no matter what. Because if you actually ejaculate, if you enjoy yourself while you're working, you're going to get paid less, right? You have to weigh on Diddy's commands. This is something out of, like, one of those, like, villain origin stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the actual escorts, I would imagine the escorts become demonic themselves after, if this allegedly happened. All right. Cassie described an incident where Diddy asked her to get into a baby oil-filled pool. That's right. He would allegedly fill up an inflatable pool, inside of a hotel room for a freak-off with baby oil, and then Cassie would have to get in. She was fully clothed as well one time, and he made her get in. She was scared if she would say no, what he would do. All right. This is some of the craziest shit I heard in my life. Continuing also, I said day 2, day 3. Yeah, that all happened on day 3 when she was stating more actual descriptions of the actual freak-offs. Day 4 was today. She officially got cross-examined by a defense team. That means Diddy's attorney asked Cassie questions, right? Diddy's attorney, Anna Esteva, presented explicit text messages and emails between Cassie and Diddy, aiming to portray relationships as consensual and mutual. The defense suggested that Cassie willingly participated in sexual activities and drug use. Cassie maintained that her involvement was under duress, driven by fear and emotional, and also emotional manipulation. She acknowledged the messages, the messages, and asserted that they were a result of a coercion environment that she was subjected to. The cross-examination is expected to continue tomorrow. So as of right now, today, we have what we got today. But tomorrow, when you guys are hearing this, which would be day 5 of the trial, which would be May 16th, Cassie is still going to be cross-examined. And also, after her cross-examination, I believe, is when Dawn Richards, former Danity Kane singer, Diddy's female artist group, R&B group, singer group, is testifying against Diddy, but is also speaking up again because she's spoken about Diddy. We spoke about her in here multiple times already, the stuff that she's alleged against Diddy. And it's being reported that Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane as well, maybe the most popular member, next week is slated at this point, at this rate, after Dawn Richard goes to go on and testify against Diddy. From what you guys have heard and seen all over the internet, Marlon sent me a bunch of TikToks. This is the biggest thing. Like, there's people becoming reporters that have never been reporters in their life just because of this case. Because the crazy thing about it, obviously, is not being televised. I thought it was gonna be televised, but it's not being televised. So what do we have? People like inner city press, who's doing amazing journalism, writing down every single text and tweet of the actual conversations and what Cassie and Diddy's team are saying word by word throughout the day. And then we also have people having to fucking draw them. We got drawings of Diddy going like this, throwing up the love, right? And Diddy, they're saying that he looks like a koala bear because he looks like fluffy in the hair because he has gray hair now. The hair dye is gone. Cassie pregnant, crying on the stand, right? The drawings look horrible, but they have to do it because there's no cameras or phones allowed. So they have to do the drawings. It's like a traditional thing throughout the history of, I feel like this generations or the past, even our past generations. I remember like
the Supreme Court. You can't.
It's been a thing forever, damn near, no?
Yeah, no, it's always been like that.
So initial reactions. Let's get Marloon's initial reactions. And Marloon, I know you've been looking at these TikToks and stuff. What was your thoughts, real quick, on this Diddy stuff?
It's fucking insane, man. That's just crazy. Obviously, my initial question is, and I'm sorry, some people might get offended or whatever. It is what it is.
Let's get canceled.
This is what I always ask. It's like, she stayed around and shit like that. Obviously, we saw the video of her try to leave that one time, get her ass dragged and shit.
Yeah.
But like, bro, you gonna tell me, like, her family members, she didn't talk to them, this and that. What I'm trying to get at is like, even if she did, how bad of a person was this fucking man to the point where like she was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to do this for X amount of years until she finally managed to get away, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And like, to put that to perspective is like, even when they tie him to like other shit, right?
Yeah.
You start thinking, it's like, damn, this motherfucker actually might have done X, Y, and Z back in the day. This and that, and her just sticking around for it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, usually I'll be like, why hasn't she fucking left? Is this and that, blah blah. But the fact that she had to stick with her for so many fucking years, it just lets you know that this man was really fucking horrible. Yeah. And the type of shit that she had to go through. But like the fact that she's still, doing her own shit, I give her props for that. But holy fuck, this man was gay, bro.
Oh, no, yeah, he was more than gay. It is okay to be gay, but
No, 100%.
It's way more than okay to be gay.
But like the way that he would carry himself and shit like that, to the point where like, yo,
it was like something. It was like just like an extreme high level of fetish. Like and to answer what you're saying about Cassie, I think one reason could be just the threatening nature. Because remember, I told you about yesterday, where in Cassie's situation, Cassie said that, bro, literally, they were one time, she was on a flight with Diddy, on a commercial flight, not even a jet, a private jet. And that Diddy, next to her, pulled out the laptop and showing her like they were arguing. No, first they were arguing in the plane. Imagine this: they're in JetBlue on a plane. They're going to, let's say, Florida, wherever, on a flight. They're arguing. She moves away from him to a different seat. Right? She asked this flight attendant to move. Diddy then asks the flight attendant to move, and he moves and follows her to the back of the plane or wherever again to sit next to her. He sits down with her. They sit next to each other now. Now he pulls out the laptop, showing her freak off tapes that he has on his laptop. And of her as well, basically threatening. It's like blackmail. He's trying to like blackmail, extort her damn near. It's crazy.
Bro,
this is
but
like some dark evil shit. Like what the fuck?
I understand
But
that shit.
one can like think like, why didn't she just, let's say, especially a commercial flight, grab the laptop, scream, ask for help, do some shit like that. But it's easier said than done. I would say that.
I agree.
Because there's trauma there.
But that's what I'm saying.
So we don't know.
If she's that fucking terrified, how bad of a person is this nigga for real?
Oh,
bro?
no, yeah. There must have been some
You
darker
know what I'm saying?
shit.
So that's what I'm saying. When they, you know, with the past shit too, it's like, oh, he did this, you know, the whole Tupac shit and this and that.
Yeah.
You know, just with this case itself, you're like, damn, this motherfucker did that shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is an evil nigga right here, bro. This is some
like this is some
Mojo
motherfucker
Jojo for real.
you gotta study, bro.
What's your thoughts, Noel?
Oh, you niggas gonna hate my thoughts.
You wanted to be there?
Nah. Number one, if I separate the beatings, the one we have on camera, and then the rape allegation, where's the crime? Having escorts is not a crime.
No, it's not.
It's not. Trafficking them over states is a crime. I don't give a damn what you do with your sex life. It's the concept of consent that's a problem here. So while I'm hearing this, and this is the beautiful part about life, I have to hear the same group that's saying that prostitution is work, that prostitution should be legalized, telling me that he's a freak. Huh? This is what comes with the field. This is what comes with the industry. So once that's out the way, I don't care about these baby oil pools. I don't care about you sucking a man off. I don't care. Yo, that's what comes with the field. That's what comes with that industry. Mm-hmm. Now the conversation is, how complicit was she and how much of this was actually forced?
That's my question.
That's the conversation. That's what has to be discussed in court. I don't give a damn about your sex life. I don't give a damn what you did with escorts. I don't give a damn that you was in some freaky ass pools. This is what they do in court to try to make you look like you're worse than you are. It is an old strategy in law. It is to destroy character. I'm not saying he's a good dude, but I'm hip to game. But in reality, legally speaking, and the same group that's arguing he's a freak are the ones saying that this should be socially acceptable. That you should be able to have gay sex or sex with people whenever you want, do freaky shit whenever you want. Yeah. So once that's set there, now the conversation is, Cassie, how much of this did you actually go along with? Versus now it was all forced. Mm-hmm. You got to convince me of that. Sorry.
Not only that, where's the proof that it was forced?
That's the other conversation.
Is there video proof? She's getting dragged. Oh, you got to do this shit. Boom. Her head fucking being shoved into another man. You know, shit like that.
They want me to think that just her getting her ass beat is the justification. Like, oh yeah, this has always been forced. We don't know when it went from her complicit, like enjoying it, to him now forcing her. And that's the issue with the legal system. That's the conversation they need to have in court. Because I'm reading the text messages on Daily Mail. She and that bitch saying, I'm ready. Let's do it on a Friday. Because I want to recover, have enough time to recover for work. So what amount of that is this man forcing you versus what you like to do, which is not a bad thing. If that's what you wanted to do, like you wanted to have freak off parties with Diddy because you enjoy being a freaky woman, that by the argument of the people who are telling me Diddy is a monster, you believe that it's socially acceptable. You believe it is socially acceptable for women, that it should be for women to be freaky women. So this is my fear with this situation. I would like for these people to prove to me that Diddy was in fact coercing her, forcing her, putting her in these positions, making her feel like she had to do it, versus demonizing him for his sexual actions and the things he decided to do, which the exact group that's trying to demonize him has been trying to push it as this socially acceptable concept and trying to make Cassie completely disregard her accountability at all when she possibly could have been enjoying it at one point until it became violent. So stop playing with me. That's my take. But the Diddy like oil pools are hilarious. That's funny as hell.
This is
That's
a crazy
freaky nigga.
crazy note to add from the trial, from the testimony. They asked Cassie, "Why were you choking?" She says, "Too much urine in my mouth." They asked her, "Who else urinated on you?" She said, "Diddy, Sean." "Did you want Sean to urinate on you?" "I didn't want anyone to urinate on me." "How often did it happen?" "Often enough." Right? Then it goes right here. "It was obvious I didn't want to be on the ground being urinated on by two men." So this was crazy. See, that's a. I'm not gonna lie, and I get it's like was a fetish,
Yeah.
and it's not illegal. But I'm not gonna lie to you, they might have to make that shit illegal. They might have to make it illegal for people to not be peeing on each other. The escort right here said that Cassie was actually the one who asked me to urinate on her. They had just come out of the room, and she asked me if I had ever done that before, and I said no. And she told me to do it, and apparently I was doing it wrong because they both stopped me and told me I was supposed to let a little out at a time and not go full, like take a leak on her.
And yo,
This is bizarre.
we could call it bizarre, we could
Oh
call it
my
weird.
God.
But there's an entire culture around this of people dressing up as furries, peeing on each other, doing very strange things for sex. This is my point. Once you separate how weird this is, the conversation is, was it consensual?
Yeah.
That's the conversation here. It is not the acts itself. That's hilarious. We can make mad jokes. Peeing on people is crazy.
But could there be a case where Cassie, my perspective on it is that Cassie was in a situation where she received so much trauma from all this because you have a man hitting you, you have a man peeing in you, peeing on you, and giving you anything you want in the world. It's a situation where grooming exists.
Of course.
People obviously believe, obviously you're a grown-ass adult, etc. But if I tell my son to do something, if I say, "You want pop out?" he's gonna do it. He's gonna listen. The authority type of figure and the role and the order is there. That type of stuff I believe happens even in adults when you're in a trauma induced type of situation, when in fear of what might come because already happened. Let's say he was abusing her already because she didn't do certain things. Then she would try to get daddy happy. She would try to get master happy. She would try to ask the escort, "Hey, oh, do you want to pee on me? You want to pee on us? You want to do the pee thing that Diddy, that Sean likes, that Diddy?" You know what I'm saying? She's already in a programmed state of mind where she's like, "Let's get this shit on and going," But when you look at it, people are going to say, like you're saying, and they have every right to question it. Wait a minute, though. Why would you do that? Wait a minute, though. Was it your idea? Was it consensual? Etc. What's proof of you being forced? And that's where it becomes like, damn, how can you prove this other than just by saying it with testimony? Maybe if there's tapes of an incident, and we haven't seen any more tapes, but there is more tapes. They're saying, let's say there's a tape of this, then that switches the legality narrative more.
Of
because
course.
the public, again, in the court of public opinion, I think Diddy's career, Diddy's life is completely done. And unless he pivots completely and does a career switch, whether he dives deep into this fetish world that he clearly loves, to the point that I think during one of the moments when an escort was being interviewed, one of his daughters or both of his daughters, I think one of his daughters walked out of the courtroom, right? Because his children are watching this and hearing this and maybe learning about a lot of this stuff for the first time. Because if you have an escort up there saying, "Oh my God, yeah, we did these things, but I was paid to do them." Like, oh, and she, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is not trying to lie on Diddy. He's trying to just say his story and basically say, "Oh, this was all legal though, but we did do these things." Even that is like, what the fuck? If I'm the children, I'm like, damn, like dad was doing this all the time? Like,
Why does that matter?
the court of public opinion. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's lost that completely. There's no
of
regaining
course.
that. Unless he goes, like I'm saying again, going back to my point, if he does full-fledged, like, I'm going to do this fetish shit. I'm going to do Diddy porn. I'm going to do DiddyPorn.com. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be Diddy fans. Diddy only fans to create my own, like, go that full route. or like many people do, time in and time again, and to each their own. I appreciate and respect it, but seek religion, right? Maybe he goes the devout route, reborn, which he was kind of teetering towards, coincidentally, towards the more recent years of his life before this whole case. He changed his name to Love. You know what I'm saying? Everything's about love more. He was like ending beefs and like trying to squash beefs and being more loving. And, Kim Porter unfortunately passed away, all this stuff. He's been through a lot of trauma himself. Don't get me wrong. But as of right now, it's like the shit's insane. The shit is like, even if he's innocent.
No, his career's cooked.
What brand deal, what type of
He has enough money that doesn't matter.
that we know of?
No, he
That we
hasn't.
know of.
Vic, he hasn't.
No, I don't know.
Yo, he has offshore accounts. He is fine.
You think so? He might. I mean, he might. There's obviously a chance. I don't know these niggas' pockets like that, but I do know that once you fuck up the DiMaggio, the what's it, Diageo? I forgot the name of how to pronounce it, but the vodka shit and everything, that was his main source of income. His main source of income wasn't even money. It was the Diageo shit. And when it comes to money, he was already giving back the rights to all these artists, etc. You know what I'm saying? They were getting the masters and things back, and then the people, calling him out for that. His new music is not hitting.
But you're
even though it was
assuming,
Grammy nominated, don't get me wrong.
you're assuming he doesn't have investments. You're assuming he doesn't have money saved. I could put if I put $200 million in a mutual fund that has a 6% interest rate on it, bro, I don't have to work for the rest of my life.
How much money if you had to put $1 on it, just off the top of your head, just bullshit talk? What do you think Diddy got right now?
Diddy got right now probably
After the case, after spending the trial, etc.
300 mil. There's a billionaire who worked his way to the billions. He knows how to move money. He has $300 million.
300 mil. Damn.
If he liquidates everything, he has 300 mil. The thing is, he can't live the same life he was living. You got to cut shit down.
Because my thing is like, what's that 300 mil when you're a soulless man walking around and
of course.
people just look at you as the P-man that abuses women?
That is the cost
and
for
your
this
own
behavior.
children, God forbid, I don't wish this upon him, but there's a possibility where your own children see this and it's like, damn, I don't even want to call you dad no more. Like, what the fuck is this? Even though we have seen the opposite.
I wouldn't, bro. What the fuck?
But we've seen the opposite, though, Marlon. We got to be honest. We've seen, Christian Combs. They call him Young Diddy. He's been going every day because he looks just like Diddy. They call him Young Diddy now. He goes every day, supports him. And they're like, Young Diddy, how's it going? Your dad's looking good, Young Diddy. It looks like your dad's going to get off, Young Diddy. Like, they're interviewing him outside, the reporters. So the children are there, right? And Diddy's son obviously made the whole diss song, which we covered here and went viral for it, that idiot fucking record where it's like he fucking said like the feds didn't check the house next door, and then look what happened to your dad now. It's like, why would you make a diss record to the feds? God bless. But yeah, no, it's insane. It's literally insane. If Diddy needs to seek God, Jesus, to a different level, damn near become a pastor, reborn again, or go the adult film industry route. Because regular life for him is done. Even if he's innocent, even if he gets charged for something minor compared to this and that, it's done. And at the same time, we're just getting started, guys. We have more testimony from more witnesses coming, more testimonies from people that were around Diddy, and we still haven't even gotten Diddy. Once we get Diddy taking a stand, and Diddy talking, and Diddy crying, the shit is gonna be crazy.
Hilarious.
This shit is gonna be. It's gonna be
they're
insane.
so lucky this shit isn't televised.
If
bro.
this shit was on camera, this would be bigger than the O.J. Simpson
Let's
trial.
be honest.
But
though.
let me ask a
This
question.
is being recorded. It's gonna get released.
No, it's not. I can't.
No, they can't.
You go to
No, they
jail.
can't.
You go to
They
jail. You
can't.
can't do that.
They
And they
can't.
check you
maybe
before
like
you
someone
go
with
in.
a phone, maybe like an audio, but I doubt like a video.
No, they don't. You can't have your phones. They're writing on pen and paper. So
It's like old school in that bitch.
yeah, you can't have your phone in normal court. You're not gonna have your phone in the fucking Supreme Court. This is my issue. I'm gonna ask a question.
Yeah.
Because I think he did it, obviously. I think he's an abuser. Physically and emotionally. You think he gets off? Because right now, with what they have, if I'm the lawyer, I'd smoke these niggas in a heartbeat. It's so easy. There's a lot of he said, she said happening right now. I don't see an ounce of evidence. You're telling me she got raped. Where's your proof? Where's the grape report? I'm not saying she didn't.
Grape kit.
She easily could have gotten. She easily could have gotten. Where's the proof? You're telling me because he dragged her like a dog, he's gonna go to jail for 20 years? Come on, be for real. It's a first-time offender. I could walk up to a woman right now and smack the fire out of her. I won't even get probation. So what is actually going to happen after this? Because hearing it sounds extreme. It sounds like a lot of freaky, evil, sexually diverged like concepts, and like sexual manipulation and stuff like that. But when we're talking about what we're hearing so far, evidence-wise, do you think this dude's about to get off? Or minimum, probation, a few years?
I think that there's going to be something. There's going to be some charge.
Because the scariest thing looks like the gun charge on his ass.
And to be honest with you, conspiracy theorist side of this, I do think that the legal system might want to get some get back on Diddy. Not because of the Diageo case and the whole vodka shit. I think because of the Shine case, the shit from the past, right? And also the alleged involvement in Tupac's death, right? There's other darker, deeper criminal links in Diddy's past and Diddy's history and Diddy's life that are insane.
But a court still has to convict you.
But the court still has to convict you. But behind the scenes, I do think that pieces and puzzles can be moved around and shaped around and et cetera, blah, blah, blah. Shoulders could be tapped to get to the point now where we have, this Cassie situation. This new tape. This new witness. This new shit popping up, et cetera. At the end of the day, it is up to the jury, right? That's the benefit of a trial where you do have a jury. But man, I think that he's definitely gonna be serving some time. I think that they're gonna want him to serve some time, no matter what.
I see.
What is that time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He already technically has been serving time, and it hasn't been going the best. He's been losing weight. He hasn't been eating. He hasn't been sleeping. He's been stressed. He's been sad. He's been depressed. He's been nervous. This man is literally facing like God. Like I feel like his whole thing is about I'm God, like God, love God. Now you're really in the thick of it. I think this man is really in that bitch, like every day, in the pit of hell, in the pit of life. Just it's like there's so much emotions. Like I can only imagine. Like you know what I'm saying. Like, but it's like, brother, look at the shit you've done. Aside from that, it's always been reported that he's been an asshole. At minimum, niggas know that Diddy's an asshole. That Diddy's a prick. That Diddy.
It's not a crime though.
That Diddy was what's it called? Like one of those diva type guy bosses. You know what I'm saying? His ego, which to some extent was inspirational, right? That clip of him. I do anything I want. I get anything I want. I need it. Like clip inside of his office, viral, famous moment, old clip. The scenes from Making the Band. We would make people walk to get cheesecake and all this wild shit. But it was like, that's Diddy, though, right? This is what he was known as. So it could be a sense of karma. You know what I'm saying? Or divine retribution, something of that nature where it's like, because of the shit that you've done in the past, now this happens to you. All right? And it's like, good things happen to, why do bad things happen to good people? Well, now this is a person that might not be a good person. So now you got some bad shit happening to him because he's done alleged bad shit. You know, and at minimum, you know, to me, it is just crazy how this is a situation, but it's nothing to do with Cassie's abuse directly as far as legally, which I would think would be something that, you know, because they settled out of court, that all got situated. But, bro, if God forbid I'm on camera, like beating a woman up that way, like what? You know how fast I'll be in jail? Are you out your damn mind? Like, that's insane. And this is Diddy, and the tapes got covered up and all this shit. It's insane. It's insane. Leave a comment. What do you guys think is the most wild thing you've read? The headline. It's endless headlines when it comes to Diddy and his whole case and whole trial. But we're going to keep you guys updated with everything. Next week, we're going to get more testimonies. Tomorrow, like I said, is going to be day 5. If you're hearing this on day 4. Yeah, man. No, this is and another highlighted moment. Cassie revealed during her cross-examination today of day 4 that she was still having freak-offs during her relationship with Kid Cudi. Right? So while she was dating Kid Cudi, she was doing freak-offs with Diddy, getting peed on, getting cummed on, you know what I'm saying, having these freak-off type of parties with Diddy. Why? Maybe one can guess because allegedly, remember, Diddy said he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car. You know what I'm saying? You got a man telling you he's going to blow up your fucking ex-boyfriend's car or your current boyfriend's car, your new boyfriend, I'm gonna blow up his car. I don't give a fuck if he's Kid Cudi. I don't care if he made day and night. I toss and turn to the sleep in my night. I don't care if that's the biggest song on the radio.
Need the
I'm gonna
proof.
blow up his car.
Need the proof.
And on top of that, when we're on a flight in JetBlue on the way to Mexico, I'm gonna pull out this laptop in the middle of the fucking flight and show you getting rammed in the anal by another man.
Where's the proof?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm
It's
saying
like Dr. Egg from Sonic.
This sounds like a lot of scandalous shit without proof, bro. That's all I'm saying. And that's how cool it is. It's funny, because if I remember correctly, Vic, when we were talking about the Drake thing, you were the first one asking for proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I need the proof. I do need the proof.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. I just want consistency. That's
But
all
I'm not gonna
saying.
act like I'm not gonna say as far as I don't need any proof of this nigga peeing. I don't need to see him peeing on nobody. I know he peed. I know what I'm saying. Whatever Cassie said and is saying right now, she did that shit. I mean, he did that shit. And they both did that shit because she's admitting to doing stuff as well. But he did that shit. As far as what is gonna get him jammed up, as far as the sex trafficking and the actual RICO type of level of charges. That's where we need more proof. You know what I'm saying? These tapes. Where's the tapes? We need to see them. We're not going to see them yet. There's a process. It's like they got to fucking squeeze this every juice out this lemon. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a possibility where there could be a mistrial, correct? Right? And if there's a mistrial, don't they got to do it all over again from the beginning?
Yeah, you'd have to,
Or no?
you'd have to repick the jury and
Repick the
everything.
jury and do everything again?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And there was already hints of that because in the beginning they were saying that the jury member liked the Instagram post. Oh, what are you guys talking about? If they find out next week that the jury member was on watching this podcast, if there's a jury member right now watching this podcast, they get kicked off the case.
Yeah.
Like, that's how crazy it is. And there could be. And if you are, reach out to us. Because if you get kicked off the case, you know what I'm saying?
They can't come and talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? They can't.
No, they can't. Which is just, again, I just want this to be understood. You cannot be frustrated at the legal system and how it treats people of color in general, but then want to weaponize it against people you think are guilty and don't like. Allow this to happen properly, I beg. Because there are people in the chat saying there is proof. My brother in Christ, I'm saying proof that he did it, not that it happened. If this is like the most nerve-wracking thing in the world for me, bro. Can we just have a trial that's done properly? Like, because if it was someone you liked and you fucked with, A$AP Rocky, why would you niggas have been heated if the legal system had torched him in that moment and sent him to jail? Please, I beg, have some ideological consistency and allow the legal system to work correctly. That's all I'm asking. As we've always asked for it to be and it never is. At least this time, let it work correctly. I beg, please. I beg.
Today, during the Diddy Trial 4, they also said that during the cross-examination, there was graphic text and messages from BlackBerry emails. Marlon, BlackBerry. You might have to throw away your Blackberries. BlackBerry emails saying, Cassie saying, I can't wait to have my legs cocked behind my head, and I can't wait to see your big black cock.
Oh my God.
And alluding that Diddy's opioid addiction
Jesus Christ.
and withdrawal from drugs, from this opioid drug, he probably was a pill popper, was the cause of his violent outbursts, poking holes at Cassie's direct testimony about being forced to FO on her period and not wanting to swing. Cassie and Diddy defense attorney even share a few laughs. Whoa. Type of shit was going on. And also FO, to force the FO on her. What do you think that is? FO.
Freak off.
Freak off. Oh.
Freak off on her? So you're fucking someone on top of her?
Probably. That has to be FO, yeah.
Yo, again,
Wow.
God bless.
God bless. Before you continue, and before this gets buried, Jay vibing with the 499. Not related to what we're talking about right now, but still something, that definitely should be spoken about. Did y'all see, with the 499, thank you, Jay, did y'all see people selling ICE uniforms online for $20 and people buying them and going around harassing people who look like immigrants? Love the podcast, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that, but I feel like that's been happening for years. I'm not gonna lie to you, like an evil Halloween gimmick, but it's been highlighted more right now because of the Trump administration, everything that they got going on, and because people are actively doing it like in public. But I feel like people for these like dark humor fucking Halloween parties have done this. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all need jobs.
It's people. Yeah, people are bored.
Recession indicator.
It's just fucking sad. But yeah, no, this is
Someone said it's forced open.
forced open. Okay, forced open is FO. Okay, forced open. This is also Lauren Conlon. Shout out to Lauren Conlon, who was there and is reporting this stuff. There was a moment that they actually said that Cassie got to confirm that none of Diddy's staff ever walked in on her during a freak off. So that creates doubt, possibly, of willing participants in his sex crimes more later. Because that's another thing, right? Diddy has to have a major staff. Are we gonna get any actual former employees coming out saying we saw freak offs, we were there? Like, how secretive were these freak offs? Especially if they happen so consistently, how can you be so secretive and so consistent? There was reports we spoke about. I forgot his name, but his former bodyguard. Remember that story that he was with, was it Ja Rule? And Ja Rule was with Diddy, and they said that Diddy and Ja Rule were like in a bedroom, and they walked out the bedroom sweating or something like that, something of that nature, alleging like, he walked out the room after him or something. And it's like, what? Is that a freak off? Like, what was that? Count as an employee? Maybe that bodyguard can go and be on the stand. And that guy, I forgot his name, but that bodyguard, he's one of the most. He's been talking about Diddy for years. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. He gives one of my favorite like pieces of content when he interviews that guy, Diddy's former bodyguard. If he takes the stand, woo, the way that man's gonna be talking is gonna be crazy. I can only imagine. Also, they want to talk about the Drake shit, the Cassie Drake situation, right? Hold up, no, not that. I have where's the actual text right here? Diddy got mad at Cassie one time. They're saying also, Cassie says because she was going to a music festival in Canada, the OVO Fest, ran by Drake, and Diddy came to her house and tried to attack her after this was happening. She was thrown into a bed frame. Right, and she showed in court a photo of her eye injured after. Right. Now this ties back to the Calabasas song when Diddy was dissed by Drake. You know what I'm saying? And people were like, "Oh my God, this song was about Diddy." It's like, how do you guys not know this?
Yeah. All you self-promoters are janky.
We established like the Yankees. This whole fucking game thanks us. This was something we spoke about for years ago. The Diddy and Drake beef and the Diddy just... This is one of my favorite Drake timestamp records. And the whole time, it could have been linked to Diddy being mad at Drake, possibly's friendship or fucking Cassie, etc. We don't know what could have been happening, right? But here's the lyrics.
To where I could take it. And you know me as a Chris bottle sender, check picker upper. I thought we looked out for one another. So
you know what I'm saying? Classic record right there to me. One of my favorite Drake songs. That shit was fucking hard as fuck. But the amount of actual celebrities and names that are going to be called up into this thing is going to be insane. They brought up Britney Spears for some reason, Dallas Austin, right? D-Rock.
Anyone that was close to
Diddy is going to be brought up in these type of cases, in this type of case in the court. There we have it. Diddy trial update for you guys. Right there. A lot of stuff happening. Unfortunate. I think Diddy got to do, like I said, adult film or Jesus. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't go behind jail, if he doesn't go behind bars, which I think he will go behind bars, I think he should. I think the man's a piece of shit. But reality is innocent until proven actually guilty in the court of law. But in the court of public perception, that man smells just like all that piss he was drinking and doing and having rubbed on him. He's a piece of shit. Another legal situation, right? Let's actually do it in this order. Let's do DDG. I'm going to do DDG, right? DDG and Halle Bailey. I always say Haley, but people correct me in the comments. Is Halle? Okay, my apologies. Halle Bailey, the fucking Little Mermaid on Disney, right? Beyonce's artist. this is an esteemed level type of caliber when it comes to her career and her profession, right? Some people might only know her because of this, the scandals and the relationships with DDG, but Halle Bailey definitely has had a successful career on her own. She had a actual child with DDG, right? Halo. Shout out to Halo if you're watching Halo one day. Halo Saint, he is currently a 17-month-old boy, right? Baby boy. And they have a current separation, right? The relationship fell through last year, 2024. We covered it in here, I believe in October around Halloween. They're no longer together. But from that, there was reports and rumors of actual issues with the custody. The child, who gets to have the child, who gets to see the child. DDG literally made a song called Don't Take My Son. Don't Take My Son. Talking about his perspective on this actual dispute battle and the things that he's going on behind the scenes with Halle, saying that he's trying to protect her, not say too much. Right? Ever since that scandal, DDG's career has only gone even higher and higher. His popularity with Twitch has been like tripling every day. He's like the 4th largest Twitch streamer in the world, something like that. He already was he's a pioneer in YouTube world. He's an actual pioneer. I think one of the pillars of YouTube content creation. I would give it to DDG. He's a legend in my opinion. This man now, his popularity highest has ever been. Breaking news, right? As of today, Halle has officially been granted temporary sole legal and physical custody of Halo, their actual child, following serious allegations and of abuse that she said that DDG abused her. The court made this decision, including this temporary actual restraining order. He has a restraining order right now filed against him, where he can't be 100 yards away from her, close to her. He has to stay away at least 100 yards away from her. 100 yards, I'm assuming, obviously, a football field. A football field is length. So the length of a football field is the distance that he has to maintain between Halle and their actual son, effective June 4th of next month. One of the incidences allegedly happened in January 2025 of this year, where DDG pulled Haley's hair and pushing her into a car steering wheel, resulting in her chipping her tooth, allegedly. Right? Her tooth was chipped. This is what they were saying. She accused DDG of actually entering her home without permission, destroying her actual property, using his actual social media to harass her, leading to online threats, including this song, Don't Take My Son. Now, in my opinion, there's a lot of streamers and a lot of actual influencers out there, fellow podcasters, trying to say that Halle is setting up DDG, that DDG looks bad. He himself was on a live stream with Aiden Ross when the news broke, and he was confused. He's like, this can't even be real. And he had to leave the live stream. He ended it. And then yesterday, he went on live stream and broke his silence for 10 minutes. He got kind of emotional, did a giveaway, it didn't feel right. He got kind of weird and just ended the live stream after 10 minutes. The DDG and Halle Bailey situation is a reminder for everyone out there on both sides to make sure to know who the fuck you're having a child with in this world. You could be rich and famous. It does not matter. You could be broke, poor, living in a fucking box on the street. The parents of this child, because at the end of the day, there's a scandal. You know, people are making these jokes, and it's entertaining, and I've been laughing at a lot of them. But at the end of the day, the person that matters the most is this child, Halo, the son, Halo. His life is going to be affected forever off of what happens going on forward from now. He can't see his son. You know, he can't see his father. Halo can't see his father right now. That's a major decision to be made, right? Halle allegedly soon filming a movie for 2 months, I think, in Italy. In Italy, right? A major movie. I thought it was gonna be Mermaid 2. I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna do the Mermaid 2, this bitch. Disney lawyers, this shit's done. He's gone. No, it's not Mermaid 2, but it's a popular movie. or a popular director for the movie. It's gonna be a big time film. Her career, like I said, is already established, already successful. Aiden Ross alluded to DDG already after this news being broken, losing some sort of brand deals. I'll tell you this much. It's very unfortunate because me personally, I am really a fan of DDG. I've been watching his I checked out some of his album. I might do a full reaction soon to his album because now I'm not sure. I should still do it. I'll see.
It's terrible.
No, I heard it's good. I'm hearing good things about
I've listened to it.
it. Oh, you heard it? You didn't like it?
So bad.
Damn, no.
God
But
bless.
I do appreciate what he did, where he did the whole album during the live stream, right? He did a song with Wiz Khalifa. Rappers were coming through. He was using like the Black Boy Max type of aesthetic, but making it his own thing, and he succeeded at it. His songs are viral all over TikTok. He was really consistent in pumping content like a motherfucker, like a machine after the breakup with Halle, doing content with different girls, ex-girlfriends, new women, baddies, Anna Mac, people out there were wanting to collaborate with DDG. Like, it was like a major thing. Like, he's one of the biggest content creators in the world right now by a long shot. And now this happens. Right?
He deserved it.
I think that there's a lot of jokes, right? As far as like there was stories of her, bro, they have compilations of her saying how she's like the toxic one in the relationship, and not with him specifically, but her past relationships. Like she argues and she's jealous of her boyfriends and etc. And also she had a chipped tooth in the past. Right, they have all this footage and everything, and trying to make it seem like. And also, her sister Chloe had a chipped tooth. They were like, "No, it's Chloe's chipped tooth. It's fake. It's being doctored." Reportedly, there was also text that was shown where DDG reached out to her, saying, "Hey, you're on vacation with Brent Faiyaz," because she's allegedly in a relationship right now, currently with Brent Faiyaz, R&B artist, R&B singer. Right, there's photos of them both on vacation in the same place at the same time, and they're trying to tie them together. And DDG allegedly texted her saying, "Hey, this is what you got going on, etc., etc." So now they're throwing Brent Faiyaz in the mix. It's like, damn, she's fucking on Brent Faiyaz. Well, this and that. Unfortunately, and fortunately at the same time, right? Because I'm all for the fun and games, as entertainment. We're gonna have to have this shit play out same as like the Diddy shit. Like, we're gonna have to see evidence, the case. Let the lawyers do their job, because if one was to just defend DDG, like all these streamers are doing, I think they're doing it more because they know him. Obviously, that's their boy, their friend, and I get that. But if it comes out that he actually did hit her, abuse her, like with more evidence, even though is evidence because there's photos of her body bruised up.
Yeah, people saying she did that to herself.
But then people are like, "Oh, she did it to herself." I'm like, there's evidence of her body being bruised up. But then there's photos of him on stream with Band-Aids on his arm. So they say, no, he got abused too. But it's like, why are you going to just defend him? Oh, he got hit too, so he could hit her too. Like,
no, but
there's evidence. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But I do think, like I was saying, his success right now and everything, how he's been getting so popular and everything after the breakup, I think is what makes people more inclined right now to be like, oh my God, this bitch is setting him up. Oh my God, this bitch wants to just take the kid. Oh my God. That's why the online perception is that, because DDG was on top right now, bro. He was fucking going crazy. But at the end of the day, if he did that shit, then it's like, what defending is there? Like, obviously, I would pray for them both and hope that they move on. But legally, I will say this, to take when it comes to custody battles, I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. I don't wish that. I will pray I would never have to ever in life need to do anything of that nature, because the stories I hear about how wild those type of situations get, man, when you have a child involved, it's trauma on all levels for everybody constantly, every single day. So I feel bad. I do feel bad. I'm going to be honest with you. I do feel bad for him because of this, but that's just the father in me. It's like, damn. But at the same time, from her perspective, it's like, maybe she doesn't see him We don't know what's really happening. Maybe she doesn't see him as a viable parent, the safety, right? Because if she feels like she's unsafe, she needs a restraining order, not just against her, but her own child. Is like, guys, what could be happening? We have his brother coming online, Dub, getting emotional on stream, having to turn off the camera, crying, saying like, damn, you guys don't know what's really been happening. Like, this guy, he's been going through a lot. He's been going through a lot. People are alluding, streamers are alluding, friends of his are alluding to like her setting him up or something of that nature.
Doesn't matter.
Right. And also connecting the ties of her being Beyonce's artist. Rock Nation. Rock Nation! Sounded like Tory Lanez's father. Rock Nation! Rock Nation! You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man.
He brought it on himself.
Yeah, the conspiracy theories are crazy. But bro, you have to stay clear of the bullshit. You are a millionaire. You did have a child with her. Do not argue with the girl in any physical or any verbal assaulty nature. Bro, this is the Little Mermaid. Like, you have to, unfortunately, like, this is not your homegirl no more. Like, this is not just the girl you meet. Like, you have to look at this as a business decision as well. Aside from having common sense and not fucking hitting a girl, okay, but as a business decision, you shouldn't even raise your voice at a girl that you know is the Little Mermaid and has the potential. Like, you're in a risky situation. If the relationship doesn't work out, right, because it didn't work out, unfortunately, I wish they would have gotten maybe therapy, maybe try to work it out for the sake of the child. They didn't. Bygones, bygones. Separate. Co-parenting. That doesn't work for everybody. Bro, how many months later now? Not even a full year later, now we got him losing custody, temporary custody of his child? Shit hit the fan, bro. The shit is crazy. You have to be careful when you have a relationship, when you have children, who you have them with on both sides. If he's an abusive father, not abusive father, but abusive partner, right? That's not good because that's trauma for the child to witness. Even though they're young, they see shit, they hear things, they hear about it years later, especially if you're at DDG's level, right? Dropping a song, Don't Take My Son, to me was in poor taste. I didn't like that because it felt gimmicky. And it's like, this is real deal, bro. And I now look at how real it got. Now shit hit the fan because now you lost custody. You making this song and this shit, like this weird song, and it sounds like a jokey song. It doesn't even sound serious.
They're saying he didn't lose custody.
That's what it says. What do you mean? He lost, not full custody, guys.
Temporary.
Yeah, temporary custody. I'll read it right here if you guys want. It's not forever in life, but it's a temporary, let me see right here. Temporary physical and legal custody of Haley has been granted till the court hearing of June for a month. Yeah, so he lost custody for a month.
So let me just say this.
No matter what, he can't see his child. He's lost temporary. He has no custody right now of his child.
So here's my thing. Because it's funny. What's up, Kunli? I see him in the chat. No, I hate DDG, but he ain't do nothing. Yo, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I don't give a fuck about this
It's
restraining
Kunle,
order.
nigga. Kunle. You better say that shit right.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
They call him Kunle.
Kunli.
That's a fucking Mortal
I
Kombat
can't read
character.
with the fucking glasses on. Kunli, I need you to understand something. With the rest of this chat, I don't give a fuck about any of that in my life. I never did. He could put a million restraining orders can come in life. She can make 1,000 accusations. And I said this when he made the stupid song because Joe Budden was saying the same thing. Shut the fuck up. Yo, y'all gotta understand, if people disrespect you, especially if it's your spouse, sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. Because the moment you drop the song, this nigga's crashing out on stream over the situation, it looks poor. Why are you mentioning the issues of your relationship in public? Why are you telling your fan base about your issues and watching them attack your BM? That is bad public perception. You lost the fight the moment you brought your issues to the public. You should have kept that in your house. Now everything's out in the public, and now you got to deal with the court of public opinion that is always going to favor the woman the moment she accuses you of something. You should have shut the hell up. And that's my frustration, because that's what Joe was saying, was like, yo, shut the fuck up, bro. It's a losing battle. You on the internet dragging your BM. That's a losing battle. Now, niggas in the comment section coming at me saying, if they disrespect you, you should have the right to disrespect them. No, shut the fuck up. Y'all gotta stop being emotional. Like, as niggas. If a woman disrespects you, bro, that doesn't give you justification to just disrespect her publicly. You gotta eat it, bro. Because you're risking a lot. And I'm glad this is happening. Because it's a fucking lesson in life for men. Yo, sometimes you gotta just bite the fucking bullet and say nothing. Just say nothing. Do not publicly say anything. I don't give a fuck if you got a platform, because I remember his brother was telling him this shit. Her brother was telling him this shit. Everyone was telling him, stop talking about your family issues on these streams. And he's like, nah. Bro, you sound you sound stupid. You sound so fucking stupid to me. Shut the fuck up. Not everything needs to be discussed online. I don't give a fuck if you're a public persona. I don't give a fuck if you're trying to create a storyline. You are stupid. This is your family. This is someone that is in a better position in life than you, money-wise, image-wise, legal-wise. It's the fucking Little Mermaid. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You gotta shut the fuck up, bro. You should have done it from the jump. You should have never brought your issues to the public. She's on Twitter saying, why is my kid on stream?
Yeah.
I would have shut that shit down so fast, but don't ever go on the internet and talk about our issues. What are you doing? Like, there's so much that went wrong here, public-wise, that just blows my mind, bro. Like, you young niggas walk around with this entitlement that the world owes you something. It owes you nothing. You gotta learn to play the game. And the game is this. The moment that girl started acting up, you should have never said a word back to her. I would have never. I would have publicly said nothing. Let her have it.
Yeah.
Put your fucking pride to the side and stop being a loser. Jesus Christ. You're grown-ass niggas. You're not kids.
Also, I would say this. You know, you reach a level of like, they're so rich. Bro, once shit hits the fan, like the relationship, etc., and it's like a toxicity, it's like, oh, the miscommunication, all that shit. Legally get legal people involved. You don't even got to text her no more. Have just lawyers communicate.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't even talk to her ever again, because
I'm moving bad.
It's just scary. But then at the same time, obviously, maybe he has some sort of optimism. He would say on stream like, "Oh, he hasn't seen his son in a while, etc."
He's immature.
Yeah. That's where his sense of like ignorant optimism might have been, where he was like, you know, this would never happen. This would have just happened, would never happen, right?
Bro,
and
the
my
way he
thing
crashed out with Joe too. He was talking crazy to Joe.
And my thing is this. So, for her to lie and say all this is also like, why would that ever be the case?
It could happen.
But it could happen. Don't get me wrong. But just, that's what we have to look at it objectively, is just, why on earth would Halle doctor up photos of her teeth, her body, all these injuries, saying these things descriptively, talking about that it happened on such day at such time, and et cetera, to lie for custody? I'm saying, what would be the benefit? I would imagine that could be the only benefit, because you can't prove that he's on drugs, et cetera, because he doesn't, you know, he's not like that. He's obviously actively working. His life's on 24/7, basically online. That's the only thing I could imagine, but I just don't see that happening. If you're a Halle Bailey, if you're to that level, because that's only gonna backfire on you in the future. It's like, oh shit, you lied about this. This is all fake, etc. So that's why I think people got to stop with like I don't get, like, I get it. We want to defend,
but who's supposed to believe it?
our brother, another black man, and all this stuff, and this stuff that Twitter wants to say, bro. But we're not in this relationship. We don't know what the fuck really is happening. So I don't know. It's just weird to me though how but then I think it's because these streamers know him. That's what I'm trying to like justify. I'm trying to see like, because they'd be like Sneeko, Myron, all these people like online are like, you know, Aiden, like he didn't do that shit. Like she's setting him up. That bitch setting him up. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Men do that all the
but
time.
they know him.
Men do that all the time.
They know him. Yeah. You know, and girls, there's been cases where obviously the dude gets set up. But I'm thinking like, from a business perspective, why would someone who's tied to Beyonce and Disney, maybe the two biggest brands in the world, there's nothing, the only thing bigger than Disney and Beyonce is fucking water. Like literally H2O, nigga, like the formula. Like, there's nothing else bigger. She's tied to both of these things. Why would she go online and lie? Why would she go into court? Why would she legally lie? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, getting a restraining order is very easy, depending on the state. In Rhode Island, it's the easiest thing in the world. It's not.
But those
that hard.
photos, though.
This is my thing. With those photos and enough tears, you can get a restraining order in Rhode Island. I don't know what state she got it. If it was California, then it was easy. That's why the restraining order doesn't validate anything for me. Because that's not how family court works.
Yeah.
Family court, the judge made it clear, nigga. Like, from what I've seen in the past, with my own situation, what I've seen with other people, they make it clear. The goal isn't to prove that you're guilty or not guilty. There's no trial that happens in family court when you deal with domestic violence or when you deal with a restraining order. It is very clear what's happening in family court. He gonna hear what the person who filed the report is, and the judge gonna make a decision off that. They don't really give a fuck what you have to say. So that didn't move me. If Rhode Island is like California, whatever state she got in. What bothers me is this. Why do you think people should take your side when you're putting diss songs about your BM? There's an entitlement here from this dude that is unjustified. I don't care about your financial success. You're showing me your person. As a human being, you thought it was appropriate to run your BM's issues on Twitter, on stream, to drop diss tracks. The moment she accuses you of something, you've lost the right to think that you have like the ability to hold up your personality.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? As a man, you running your mouth about the mother of your child. You lost it, bro. Sorry. God bless. Like, I just don't get where that entitlement comes from. That's what's bothering me. Whether she made it up or not, bro.
Yeah, and also, to be honest with you guys, why is nobody talking about how DDG went on stream and went to the internet? Haley did not do that. What did Haley do? Haley went to legal action. She went to attorneys. There's no Haley song dissing DDG. There's no Haley album dedicated to her ex.
Now there's mad tweets though. There's tweets.
There's tweets. Mm-hmm. But there was only one tweet.
When he brought the kid on stream, she tweeted out a little bit.
Yeah, it's like about the DDG like having the Sun during the Kaisenet stream you're talking about, right? Last year or 2 years ago?
No, it was last year. It was recent.
But I'm talking about the more recent stuff of like the actual because why did he go on stream that day that we covered it? What was the reason? The main reason that day? Was it just him? There was no actual. She didn't do nothing.
Covered it? Oh no.
It was just. Was it him just going on and saying like, you guys don't know this, but like I haven't seen my son in a while. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
him giving tea.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like him. Once he did that, he opened the Pandora box.
Yeah, you could have just sued for custody.
Like you doing that now she can do what she's doing now, the legal custody. Same rate, vice versa. If she were to go on a Twitter tirade or like go on fucking Carisha Please doing an interview talking about DDG did this, blah blah blah, and blah blah. And girl, he's a bad. You guys don't even know, because that's what DDG kept saying. You guys don't even know. If you guys know more, it's like you're threatening to reveal more, and it's like what more is there?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, let me get the legal team involved.
Boom. Yeah. If there was more, you could have just sued for custody, but niggas don't do that. Niggas bitch about the BM, but never get full custody. I love life. You niggas be full of shit.
Because he could have gotten ahead of it maybe more legally more than he is now.
No, he could.
Because for him, bro, I was more shocked at the fact that he felt blindsided by it. On the stream with Aiden, he's like, what? Like, how you blindsided? Like, how did TMZ know about it before him? Do you not have any legal team? Did they not reach out to your legal team? Like, it's just, that's another thing that's weird about it. Where it's like, how did he not know? Like, how did he not even get any hints of this?
No.
Was there no legal battle at all between them? Like, did his lawyers not tell him, hey, by the way, you know, she could do this to you. Like, you need to stop talking about this because this could happen. Like, were those possibilities not thrown out there? Maybe, like you said, his immaturity aspect. There's an immaturity aspect, right? Because it's all fun and games with you niggas on the internet, you kids on the internet. Oh, my God, it's funny. But there's legal shit behind this. When it comes to parent custody, this is a real deal thing. It's a lot of work behind the scenes that has to happen, paperwork, etc. I think that he could have like done a better job legally as well. Like, I'm shocked. This is a multimillionaire guy that's making this song. Please don't take my son. Why don't you take the son? Why don't you do this against her? Or maybe it's not cool to. Maybe, I don't want to be the guy that says my girl hit me, etc. Because that's what his fans are saying. Well, didn't you get hit too, DDG? You got Band-Aids on you. Also, technically, had he done the same, filed for custody, etc.? Is he the safer parent? Because that's another thing. The safety of the child. Who's the better parent? Who's the safer?
Yeah, that's what this is
That's
about.
all they really care about.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Are you putting the child in any danger? You know what I'm saying? You got to walk on eggshells. Is the unfortunate side of things, because maybe to him that's like creative captivity. But it's like, bro, just censor yourself a bit. Just calm the fuck down. Don't make a diss song about your girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't call it don't put your your son's name into the title. You're gonna fuck up yourself in the situation. More stuff to cover. We have Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was stabbed during his 10-year sentence right now in jail against Megan Thee Stallion. He was stabbed and almost killed. Literally attempted to be killed. For reference, this man is serving time for an assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded and unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and also discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Technically, he is not in jail for assault or attempted murder on Megan Thee Stallion. For more context, people get that confused. They forget to realize that. And this was the post on Tory Lanez's page. His team said that he was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, 1 to the left side of his face, and both of his lungs collapsed. And he was placed on a breathing apparatus, and he is now breathing on his own. The nurses told the father, basically, like, this is rare. Like, it's a damn near like a miracle. Like, this is amazing. He's recovering really good. They have confirmed that the inmate who stabbed Tory Lanez has been identified as Santino Cassio, who was already serving life in prison with the possibility of parole. This man seems to be like a Mexican gang member. Fucking crazy. Right? What is someone saying below the tweet? Please note, let me see. Please note that he was convicted of killing a 13-year-old girlfriend. He was 20 and she was 13. This man that allegedly did this to Tory, right? Also, aside from that, we have the major update. Coincidentally, days later, now we have Tory Lanez's legal team making a press conference, new statement, saying that they have new evidence now because they spoke to Kelsey's bodyguard and driver, Bradley James. Kelsey Harris is Megan Thee Stallion's ex-best friend. Kelsey was in the car with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion the night of the incident. Confirmed. Her bodyguard and driver, Bradley James, has now come out and spoken to them after Tory Lanez got stabbed in jail, and he is claiming that Kelsey was the one who shot Megan. His team is claiming that he is innocent, that it was actually Kelsey this whole time that shot Megan, etc. This is insane. Because the thing is, in my opinion, if it comes out to be true that Megan Thee Stallion lied under oath and that Kelsey, her best friend, was actually the one that shot her and not Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion's career is done. Nobody was going to want to work with Megan Thee Stallion ever again. It's insane. Because it's like, what the fuck, right? But I'll tell you this much. Shout out to Megan Cuniff. She made a good point I saw today. Because these are people who have more expertise on legal things than just us here potting. But she says that this claim wasn't filed in an actual appellate case. So it's not going to factor the actual current case. It wasn't filed in an appellate case. It doesn't have to do with the actual current case, what he's serving and et cetera. You know, it's just separate from that. And that she said that he didn't deserve what happened to him, the stabbing, et cetera. But there's actual, obviously, violence in the prisons. Niggas talk about this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, of course.
You know, I've spoken to people on the phone while they're in jail. This is a thing. The issue is this. Why does this happen in this pattern? Tory Lanez gets stabbed, almost killed in jail. A day later, 2 days later, new evidence from the bodyguard. In my mind, I don't know if this is how it really happened. I have no evidence. But in my mind, it played out as this bodyguard saw Tory Lanez almost die in jail, felt bad, like, fuck. Oh my God, let me talk. And he's like, and he told them, oh, I overheard Kelsey on the phone admitting that she was the one that shot Tory. Because that's what he said. He overheard a conversation on the phone. That's the evidence that they have so far. They spoke to him, that he said that, etc. But, God forbid, Tory Lanez died. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the nigga would have felt even more worse if this was what happened. Because the fact that Tory Lanez is still alive is also pretty wild. It's a miracle. Imagine Tory Lanez out of jail. Scars, stitched up. And they say he's innocent now or whatever. He gets, was it when you're in jail and they take you out? What's it called? I forgot. Not a mistrial, but obviously. Because you're in jail. Obviously, it's a term. But let's just say he gets freed. Right? This nigga would be the biggest artist in the world. This would be the biggest celebrity in the world. This would be the biggest thing in the world. But that's in the perfect scenario for him. His father, I saw the whole 20-minute press conference about his father. He was like, yo, we've been quiet. But God told us not to be quiet. His father's a minister. He's like, we've been quiet, but God said not to be quiet anymore. This is happening, etc. We just got to let God do his job, etc. He's been pleading his son's innocence from day one. We don't know these people. We don't know what really happened. I'll say this. Tory Lanez is in jail. Currently in jail. It's not for officially assaulting Megan Thee Stallion. That's not the charge. But it's because of that night incident that happened with Megan Thee Stallion.
And having the gun. Right? That shot Megan Thee Stallion. But let's not act. We would be naive, right? We would be extremely naive to pretend as if even after he's in jail, there still hasn't been a sense in the public narrative and just the energy as if something might have been fishy about the case. Not saying that he was completely innocent, but that there was like a sense of something being weird. And I think it's because of Kelsey's behavior, the friend. Why didn't he take the stand then?
That's what I don't understand.
Because
why not take the stand? Why doesn't Tory take the stand?
Vlad made a great point on Twitter today. God bless Vlad. First great point. He said, you want me to believe that his freedom was on the line and he decided to not take the stand knowing that that was Kelsey's gun and that's actually what happened because he wanted to abide by street code? Who the fuck is Tory Lanez to be abiding by street code?
Because what's the street code? Don't snitch on a bitch. Don't snitch on a woman.
Don't snitch on
women
nobody.
and kids.
No,
don't snitch on nobody. Yeah, but
don't be a snitch. So
Well,
don't take the
yeah.
stand. Don't do nothing. What gang is Tory Lanez?
Umbrella Gang, nigga. The fuck you talking about? Represent the umbrellas. You know about Umbrella Gang? You know Umbrella Gang, Marlon? You know Umbrella? You know got Umbrella Gang? Mm-hmm. We got Umbrella Gang in here. You know, we got a couple umbrellas.
Okay, so yeah, this nigga ain't on shit.
Yeah.
And that's my point. That's my only critique in this situation is like, what's Tory's justification for that? Like, why didn't you take the stand then?
Yeah.
Like, what code are you abiding by? You don't got a code. You were like a small drug dealer in Toronto. What are you talking about?
And also, he did leave a comment on Instagram saying that Kelsey didn't do it. Right? So there's evidence against that as well already. So and it's also, why not just come out and say you didn't do it? But then we have other people saying it for him. Drake, close friend of himself. Drake said it. What was it? He said, that bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion, right? I think it was a song with Yachty. Or one of those songs. I think it was the song with Yachty. Bitch lied about getting shots, but she's still a stallion. It's like, whoa. Why would you say that, Drake? Do you know something we don't know? You know that she lied? Like, how do you have... Did they tell you behind the scenes? You know what I'm saying? Because why would he hold it down? What's the benefit of holding it down?
Because
Let's think about it. Let's play that scenario.
Well, people are saying that the legal team told him not to take the stand.
Because it wouldn't work in his favor. That was televised too, right? I believe that was televised.
No.
No? I could have sworn I could have seen
outside was
Megan. Okay.
They were like recording them coming in and out.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
This is my thing. If that's the case, why? Like, if you feel like you didn't get proper representation, file a grievance.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very confused. This don't make sense. That's why I haven't formulated an opinion on this case.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. But I'll tell you this much. I don't think the only person that it could get worse for is Megan Thee Stallion. It's not Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez already serving his time legally, right? I'll tell you this much also. Him almost dying is fucking crazy. Bro, we got to be honest. Him almost dying is fucking crazy. Also, in my opinion, for him to shoot her in the foot, etc., let's play that scenario out, it's fucked up, right? But let's say it was a drunk night, etc. Would she want to wish him death in jail? Like, I hope you go to jail and die in jail. Meaning, if, God forbid, he were to die, I would assume that she'll feel horrible. Like, damn, like what?
She put a restraining order on him. I don't think she cares if he dies. The nigga's in jail. She has a restraining order on him.
So you think that's the least of her worries? Any sympathy at all in this situation?
I think that's cooked, bro. It's over the moment you started putting her in songs.
Because my thing is, there's a play on here where it's perception. You are Megan Thee Stallion. You are Rock Nation. You are an entity. You are a business. You have a documentary to sell. You have a story to sell. Albums to sell, etc. You put this man behind jail. So perception is like, why would you ever show any sympathy? Doesn't mean that there isn't. There could be. Because according to him, if you guys heard that album, like how I did with Eric, I heard it, I remember. It was a love album. He was in love with her. According to him, he was in love with her, etc. And he thought maybe she might be in love back. So we don't know how deep that relationship went. But it just sucks that their careers now for the rest of their lives is tied to this incident. An incident that we don't, even though, yes, he was in jail, he's serving time for the gun, etc. He's not serving time for assaulting her, for literally shooting her. It's not the actual charge. Aside from that, we didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? We saw the documentary, we saw her story, we saw the animated version. We haven't seen a visual version, right? And then there's videos of her walking on glass, etc. And people are like, oh my God, she didn't get shot. She just walked on glass. And it's like, nah, bro. Both could have happened. She could have got shot and she could have walked on glass. Like, it's not a possibility either. Like, people be so dumb. They just want to think one way only. It's like, nah, bro. Try to be at least a bit objective. What if, she got shot and walked on glass? Because this video of her walking outside with no shoes on. This shit's crazy, though. This shit's really crazy. Tory, I'll tell you this much. I personally feel sympathy. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. In my opinion, the fact that he almost died that's crazy to me. That in jail, especially, niggas are trying to kill you, bro. A Mexican, maybe Mexican gang, like maybe it's a race war. We don't know what the fuck is happening, right? It's only gonna fuel conspiracy theories, though. Rock Nation paid a Mexican gang to kill Tory Lanez in jail. The conspiracy theories are online. People with this whole shit is only gonna fuel it. It's only going to fuel it. So if I'm them and I truly believe, if they really think that, oh, he's innocent, all this shit, etc., go full-fledged. Do multiple press conferences. Provide more evidence. Provide, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just try to paint the public perception, but try to build it up to the point where you can get a legal action happening. Try to get this man out of jail, because if he's innocent and he's almost dying in jail, then what the fuck are we doing here? This should be a 911. This should be emergency. All hell break loose. Code red. Where the helicopters at?
You're funny.
Like, where the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Vic, this happens every day. It doesn't matter because it's Tory Lanez.
No, but I'm saying if I'm them, like, oh my God, if I'm the dad, he had a good speech, but I would have gone even crazier if I'm the dad. I would have been on the fucking floor crying. my son, but he's a minister, so obviously he has way more grounded faith and probably, you know what I'm saying?
Larry Hoover's still in jail. There's mad people wrongfully convicted in jail. Tory Lanez learning a very valuable lesson about life. It don't matter how famous you are.
This legal system be cooked.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
And then let's say Tory Lanez serves his time, comes out, and then gives a story about how he was innocent this whole time, etc.
Doesn't matter.
Man, it sucks that it even happened. It sucks that it even happened. There shouldn't have been a gun in that fucking car. That they shouldn't have had a gun on them in that night at all. Drunk, never having any firearms while you're drunk or drinking.
This is my point though. You're a felon. Why you around guns? Yo, ever since I got my extreme risk protection order, I've never been around a gun. People be like, let's go to a range. Try getting in a car with me with a gun. I'm like, I'm not getting in that car.
They think you're Baby Keem? Think you're a range brother?
It's like, bro, I'm not gonna feel sympathy because you put yourself in this. Like, I feel empathy, but I don't feel sympathy for a nigga who put himself in a position to end up like that. That's life, bro. You in California. California, of all states. Walk around with a gun and you're a felon. God bless.
Yeah, man. Listen, I pray for both of them because Megan Thee Stallion does have trauma. I remember her stories about her mother were crazy to me. Every time I hear those stories about her and her mother, the trauma with her mother and all that shit she went through with her mother and how it ties to her alcoholism. I see it. I know girls just like her who drink to cover up the pain. This shit, you know what I'm saying? This shit's real. But Tory Lanez also, we're not going to act like this is not insane. Like, it's okay to have an actual opinion about this and a reaction. Like, the nigga almost died. And the day after, now his team's saying he's innocent after being in jail. Like, what the fuck? And there's a lot of semantics with this where you got to read between the lines. Like, was he actually charged for, etc., the time he's serving, etc. Like, you know, it's wild. It's wild. It's very wild. But one man who said free Tory Lanez was Chris Brown. And within 24 hours, Chris Brown now is arrested himself. Chris Brown was arrested last night as if this week can't get any crazier. They locked up Breezy. Breezy's in jail. He was arrested at 2 a.m. in Manchester, London, for allegedly attacking a producer that goes by the name of Abe Diwa with a bottle. He attacked him with a bottle allegedly in a nightclub. The nightclub was called Tape in London in 2023, 2 years ago, right? And for context, this man already had a previous lawsuit against Chris Brown. He alleged that Chris Brown ignored the lawsuit, blew it off, right? And the man demanded $16 million from Chris Brown in damages over the situation, right? Because he believes that this was, in damages over this situation because of the lawsuit was filed in October 2023. Abe said that he was in a Tape nightclub in England in February 2023. Chris Brown was also at the club. He claimed that Chris and him knew each other for years. There's a producer that Chris Brown knew, and that he smashed a Don Julio 1942 bottle over this man's head, allegedly, in this nightclub. He hit him over the head several times, and this was crushing blows, according to this man. Chris Brown had yet to report back to the case, and Live Nation, who was named as a defendant in the lawsuit, denied all the allegations of wrongdoing. This right now, obviously, is not making Chris Brown look good. First of all, why go to London? Why go to this area in general if you know that this man has this legal situation against you out there, because they could probably apprehend you? But people were informing me that I believe his most recent baby mama / or his most recent relationship, he has a girlfriend that's from there. So he might be visiting her, or she lives out there. So that's the case, right? But people are going to say, wait a minute, didn't you just say free Tory Lanez? Now you got arrested yourself. And wait a minute, weren't you just a Grammy Award winner and potentially now maybe going to be a BET award winner this year and all this stuff. It was almost as if his image has been cleaned more than has ever been in the recent years, Chris Brown, and now you get arrested for alleged assault against a producer. Only ties to the connections of people saying that you have a very abusive and violent history and past, right? I'll tell you this much. Why the fuck are you Chris Brown and you are in a nightclub arguing with a man, a producer in a nightclub, if you're Chris Brown? You have your security guard handle any type of situation. You are Chris Brown. You make so much fucking money that it's insane. When I learned more about, I watched the R&B Money interview with him and Tank, and I'm like, God damn, I knew this guy was rich, but not this rich. You have so much money, nigga. But is it the blood in him? Like he says, I'm a Pyru. I'm a Pyru. Everything's I'm a Pyru. I don't care about Israel and Palestine. You guys asking me about this. I'm a Pyru. What else did he say? I'm a Pyru, but don't wear red bandanas to my concerts. All this shit. So he has this like this gangster image in him. It's like, bro, you gotta separate from that. Don't put yourself in any predicament where you have to put your hands on anybody. Right now, if niggas disrespect you and it's like a self-defense, that's different. But if you're in an argument with this producer and you allegedly smash him over the head with a bottle of Don Julio, you're Chris Brown. Expect some ramifications. This man's trying to seek $16 million in damages. Now you've been arrested. Now we're going to see what happens from here. No updates as of this recording day of his release, etc. I don't know how that works in London, if it's different. The bail.
Call Big T.
Call Big T. You might have to call Trump to free him. Trump might have to free Chris Brown the same way he freed A$AP Rocky. But what's your thoughts? What's your instant reactions to this? This news of Chris Brown being arrested the day after he said free Tory Lanez.
It's funny as hell. But my only comment is this. Anyone that defended him on the abuse thing against women, your argument's in the hole. Because you see, I'm a big believer that, people can change over time. People aren't who they say they are.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's a violent human being. That is what you are currently. That doesn't mean you can't no longer be that, but I'm cool with defending Chris Brown anymore. He is a violent human being. And that's it. Like that. It's that simple. You made your decisions, now you have to live with them. So God bless. You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, man. I love Chris Brown. Everything I've been seeing this year, I'm like, damn, this guy has been on the uppity up and like moving differently. But then that Pyru post the other day, I called it out. I'm like, I don't like that. Why you gotta remind people that you're a gang member? You're Chris Brown.
He's a violent person.
Be Chris Brown. Be Michael Jackson. Be Prince. But then shit like this comes up, right? And also, there is a case that he didn't do none of this. This could be a money-hungry, seeking producer that he might have worked with in the past because allegedly they knew each other before. There could be an instance, bro, we gotta be honest with this nigga might have known him and like, yo, you didn't pay me for this or that. Those beats on his album, you didn't pay me for this and that, blah, blah, blah. Oh.
You love defending Chris Brown.
No, it's not defending him, but it's just a fact. Because there's photos and I think video from TikTok of him in the club that night. So there's evidence of that, but not of the incident that I've seen. There's no like photos or images. And one would think the shit has to be available. Security footage or some shit. If this nigga was banging, if that shit would have happened on Broad Street, if anyone were to be banging, if Noel was doing hookah, smoking some hookah on fucking at Live PBD on Broad Street.
Good thing I don't go there.
And niggas bang him over the head with a 1942 bottle. Don Julio. We would know about that shit that same night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're Chris Brown. And there's no photos of this? There's no videos of this? That's the only thing that makes me like, oh, as of now. Unless some niggas find some shit, like someone's phone got tossed that day, they find the phone.
It's going to break your heart when they get that evidence, when they show the evidence of it, and you got to cancel Chris Brown. You're going to be sick.
I don't got to cancel him, but I'll tell you this much.
Oh, my God. He's a violent person.
No, he needs help. I've been saying it for years. The Pyru shit is weird. Like, you could be a gang member, okay. I know gang members. I'm almost damn near was one. I get it. But, bro, don't embrace it to like that level where it's like That's
Nah,
your
Vic,
excuse for
Vic,
things.
This is beyond gangbanging. He is a violent.
No,
human
but
being.
that's tied to that. I believe that the gang member shit is because similar
are
to like
violent.
how
Resort to
how Snoop
violence.
Dogg said over the weekend like I'm not
I'm not doing that.
I'm not democratic. I'm not this. I'm a gangster. I do the gangster party, which sounds hard because it's Snoop Dogg, but it just ties into like, oh, these niggas also have that violent ego. Like, yeah, I'm this, I'm not that.
There's also
It's
a
like Chris
pattern.
Brown. I'm a Pyru, so fuck everything else. It's like, no, nigga, hold up. You're a father, and you're also the next Michael Jackson. Behave that way. Carry yourself better. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do shit like this, or respond to lawsuits. Don't ignore lawsuits. That's a weird legal decision. Like, who advised him to ignore the lawsuit? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you really caping for this nigga right now. This is crazy.
No,
to
I'm
me.
not caping for him. I
You
don't
are.
like the hate train that he gets. Like it gets.
It's justified now. He's violent. He's committing violent acts. It's not about gangbanging. He is a violent human being.
Well, we
Like,
don't
yo,
know that this really happened, nigga.
if it comes out that it did in fact happen, then yes, Chris Brown is a violent human being.
100%. Before that, he's a
there
violent
is
human being.
Obviously, not before. I'm saying if there is, without a doubt, proof, this nigga just walked and smacked this nigga over the head with a fucking 1942 bottle. What are we debating here? This nigga is violent. It's the end of the discussion. Can he change? Yes. Should he change? Yes. Does that change what he is at the moment? No. As a violent person, there's no defending that. That is where you stop. It's when they continue the behavior.
But he was almost. He got
Almost.
Karuchi. He got Karuchi back.
I know.
He got residuals.
Yo, life sucks.
He got Karuchi back, and then this happens. God damn it, man! Fucking crazy. Fucking nuts. I think legally that's it for the news today. Legally.
Jesus Christ.
I did want to mention this, right? Speaking of earlier, we spoke about DDG, who's one of the pioneers, one of the pillars of YouTube. I think another pioneer and pillars of YouTube is Catherine Pais, formerly known as Miss McBroom and the McBroom, Austin McBroom, the Ace family. The Ace family started the YouTube channel in 2016, and I think they became like that blueprint for relationship couple YouTube channels and YouTube relationship celebrities. They were that. They became that. They peaked doing that, etc. But there's a wild story right now that's broken. After they had a divorce in January of last year, right? Catherine now has released a memoir. Well, she's dropping a memoir that drops next month. She has a tell-all basically book. It's called Dolores, and it's a multiple series, right? She's breaking into series. Series 1 has been dropped and previewed, but it drops fully series 1 next month on Kindle so far. And I think it's a 3-part series, right? She's dropping this book in 3 parts. During this actual what's been released so far, she reveals alleged infidelity, right? It's been rumored for years that this guy, like my girlfriend, cousins of mine, everyone that knows about this Ace family, for years they were like, Austin's cheating on her. Austin's cheating on her. It was like a major thing. It was like, but there's no evidence. There's like, no, there's girls doing podcasts saying that this big YouTuber, I'm actually sleeping with him, but he has like a family, etc. Blah, blah, blah. But they would never name him. So then they were like, oh, it has to be Austin. It was like a rumored thing around LA that he was cheating on this girl, right? Beautiful girl. Her former, she used to date Michael B. Jordan, as well. She was very popular and very famous as well prior to basically Austin. She was very known, especially in LA. Catherine reveals that during her third pregnancy, she had infidelity issues with him, that he was cheating on her. And she revealed one instance where they had this major party event, this Ace family event, and that allegedly he invited one of the girls that he was cheating on her with, to this event, right behind her back. And that she didn't know until now. Like, she doesn't know until recently. Like, oh my God, he was cheating on me this whole time, and he had this girl around, right? All this stuff that was alluded to, etc. Basically, the reason for the divorce is now being divulged in this tell-all type of situation. What makes it even more interesting, Austin went viral because he went online on Snapchat for like 30 minutes, and he reveals that he was blindsided by this, that he was with her the day prior, didn't know this book was coming out like this, got it revealed to him. He was shocked, and that he goes in more detail, saying that he's worried about. He got emotional. He was tearing up. He was like, "I'm worried about the future of his family, his children, and just life because of this book and this tell-all book and these allegations." Because he says a lot of times when there was infidelity, she knew about it. According to him, she told him one time, just don't make me look crazy. When a girl says that, just don't make me look crazy, what the fuck does it mean? It's like, oh, do some dirt, but do it behind my back, or do it clean. Do some clean dirt. Just don't make me look crazy, right? Wild to say, but this is what he said that she said. And then also, he reveals that even more recently, he has been worried about her because she's been doing ayahuasca, and that she has this spiritual journey she's currently on because she's been doing ayahuasca, and that one of the this man's name that she did ayahuasca with. There's a man that she was doing ayahuasca with.
She fucking the shit out that nigga.
That he was blindsided by. That eventually come to find out, similar to like this earlier situation, a trainer type of situation. She was in a relationship with this guy now, or she's like in a relationship with him now. Type
she
shit.
riding ayahuasca dick,
right?
That's crazy.
And that he says that she literally would tell him that she feels like she's a mermaid.
Yeah, he folding that bitch like a pretzel.
That she feels like she's a mermaid, and that soon that her children might be able to do ayahuasca soon too.
Oh shit!
Right, and that he's fully against his ayahuasca situation. So now people are calling her the ayahuasca mermaid, and it's become this whole situation, bro. It's
yo.
It's insane.
Nah, yo,
it's insane.
That's mad funny.
Me and Shorty have been laughing and crying about this shit. We're like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, shit, my chest.
She went online and responded. I have a quick clip that we'll play right here. I sent to Deja, cause, bro, I felt like a girl watching all this shit. I'm like, oh, what's the tea? Oh, this is the tea? There's some hot tea.
Yo, my girl get fucked by the ayahuasca nigga and start calling herself a mermaid. I'm be sick,
bruh. So here we are. It's gonna pop up right now. So this is Catherine on her Snapchat. By the way, guys, Snapchat is a huge source of income for these celebrities right now. They make a lot of money.
2 children. That's why. Because I was pregnant with 2 children. That's why. So I would say.
So that one right there, is pretty telling. She says, fans are asking her questions. Fans ask her, not trying to be rude, or genuinely asking, if you knew what he was doing these things, why would you stay? Why not leave in that moment? And she says, because I have 2 children with him, which is something, to be honest, a lot of people do. They stick together because of the relationship, especially they're a married couple. It's like, oh, through thick and thin, what's the term? Through thick and thin, or through bad and worse, through good and bad, through thick and thin, right? She also goes on and says, let me see right here. They asked her if Austin's response bothered her, right? And this was her take on this on Snapchat. These people are making like $100,000 a day on Snapchat, by the way, with these type of posts.
Yes, it did bother me, and I felt really hurt because a lot of the things he said were completely fabricated. But however, I still love him, and even in the book, like I wrote so many beautiful things, and you guys will see. And I also did this dedication to him that I call him my greatest teacher, which I do truly still believe that. I actually told him that today in a text when we were texting earlier. But yeah, I just want people to love both of us. I just want to tell my story. Like, I just want to free myself from, the last 6-7 years of my life and things that I haven't shared. And I'm just excited for this new part of my life. And yeah, I hope that, like, he gets all the love, and I care about him truly. And I like, but at the end of the day, it's like those things were fabricated, and it does still hurt. So, yeah.
Now, also, this is the mermaid explanation.
So, like a couple years ago, we did this photo shoot. It was for a campaign, and we wore mermaid fins in Hawaii. And I think that's what he's talking about. But you guys know Austin. He literally wears like dresses and wigs and like dresses like an old woman. Like, I don't know, like just like what, like costumes? I don't know. Okay, so last question. Okay, so a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, this was around the time that we were separating and planning, like, you know, the next journey of our lives, you know.
So you get the gist there. I do want to find the clip to really make you guys laugh of him calling her the mermaid situation, because that's really the funniest part about all this, the ayahuasca mermaid shit. But it's like, why do it this way?
When she first came to me
right here,
and talked to me about how she wanted to do ayahuasca, in my head, I was 100% against it. Something that I do not believe in. I believe in God. But because I'm such a supporting husband, I wanted to support her as much as I could. And so I let her seek that journey, and that's what she did. Through her ayahuasca journey, she was telling me how one moment she feels like she's a psychic. The next moment she felt like she was a healer. The next moment she turned me into a mermaid. I was being as supportive as I could. She even went as far as telling me that she was the reincarnated Virgin Mary. And that she no longer wanted to have sex with me, and she didn't want to use her body in that way. You guys put yourself in my shoes, and if your significant other told you that they were the Virgin Mary and no longer wanted to have sex with you.
So the Virgin Mary, obviously the Virgin Mary was a virgin. So basically she was saying like she doesn't want to have sex, but they have like 4 kids. And that would be a reason for him to also go into the cheating route. And that she would call him a mermaid, that he, Austin, is her mermaid. This shit is crazy. I'll tell you this much. I'm not for the ayahuasca shit myself. To each their own. But especially people, like, you do it once, okay. But if she's doing repetitively, God bless. That is something different. That is like a wild thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even fully sanctioned or fully legal. You kind of have to like hide when you're doing that. But obviously it seems cool to people when you see Mike Tyson like, oh my God, I did it. Blah, blah, blah. Bruh. People literally, their lives I know a guy, I won't say his name on here locally. He's a completely different person. It's almost like his personality, like he changed to another human after his ayahuasca trip that he had. But yeah, no, this is hilarious to me. This whole situation, the Ace family, the pioneers of YouTube couples are online going crazy. And I think, to me, this is just another example of everything's a rollout. Something in me tells me that this is bullshit, as far as he knew that this was going to happen. And he's just lying about it, making it seem like he didn't know about it. For sales, she has to sell the book. You would have thought the book was already out. It was like #1 book on Amazon. It's not even out. It's like off pre-orders. Once that shit drops, she's going to be like New York Times bestseller. And it's a series 1. What the fuck is this, Hunger Games? Like, why is she separating it into series?
I know it's.
Why not just drop 1 book, nigga?
I bet it's so badly written.
It's badly written.
I know it's badly written. I want to read it just to make jokes.
No, it's crazy. This is hilarious. Unfortunate at the same time, because we don't want it to get crazy with the custody, etc. I don't think it's going to get to that level because they do communicate a lot heavily. But Austin, praying for you, brother. We want to talk about right here the current beef that's currently ongoing. Joey Badass is rapping his ass off. He has sparked a fire right now in the industry. We'll play right now this freestyle that's called the... I'll play it on here, actually. The Red Bull Cypher freestyle. We have Joey Badass rapping. This is one of the best pieces of hip-hop content this entire year. I think it's on Red Bull's... Yes, right here. This is the Joey Badass Big Sean and Absol freestyle. One take, spiral freestyle. This shit is insane. This shit's fire. Let me turn off the Bluetooth here. And during this, he takes shots. Joey Badass takes shots on here towards LA rappers, Daylight, Ray Vaughn, subliminally addresses Kendrick Lamar.
This is Drake.
You think so? Maybe. I don't know.
No, Joey did.
Joey did? Maybe.
He said it. No, he literally said, remember what K-Dot said on the Control verse, I'm about to put a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes.
Well, yeah, okay. Also, taking some shots at Ab Soul, but literally looking at Ab Soul's face. This is amazing. The only thing is, like Joe Budden was kind of alluding to it, which I literally felt when I'm watching. I'm like, damn, but these niggas got paid to do this because Red Bull, which is dope. You get a bag, but it's like they don't really feel this way. You know what I'm saying? Like I really rather it be more raw in a sense. But
Dele has a capital Steez tattoo.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about like as far as like between Joey and Ab-Soul, but they're actually really friends in real life. So maybe that's why they were like, yo, fuck it, let's just take it here and just do it on Red Bull. They're gonna give us a bag. Let's address this here. And then Big Sean always on some random shit. Like always some beef surrounds Big Sean that's bigger than Big Sean, and Big Sean's moment gets like pushed down. But he went off on here too. But this is the official reaction right here. Let's all react to it together. Joey Badass, Big Sean, Ab-Soul, Red Bull,
Let's go.
Spiral Freestyle. Let's go.
Yeah. It's Sean Don, man. Red Bull Spiral. I got my nigga Ab-Soul, Joey Badass. Me first, fuck it. Hey. You going nowhere fast, but from your view you could never tell. No wonder, cause you live your life based on a carousel. You bums could probably teach a masterclass on taking L's. Truth is, if you wake up hating life, then you hate yourself.
Damn, that's how you feel, bro?
You see, most niggas crack under pressure, but I'm a natural. The thing about living by the gun is you shouldn't have to. And if you can't reach for peace, I hope you have too. A lot of y'all my C's, I see GNX should have had you. A lot of y'all confuse tough skin for having tattoos, but that's what 6 cents is for, like when you add 2. Plus, they gon' try to discredit you when you black too. The drop jams, 1 diamond, but my favorite is Angie Stone. My drive back, that bitch on cruise control like Katie Holmes. Been flipping out in this bitch since it was camera phones. Know you great when you uncomfortable in your comfort zone. Grave digger. How niggas even want my name on they tombstone?
Yeah, your name.
Seems to me you want A, but don't be one of them niggas that read the room wrong. Spit like believe me, I'm more than hungry. Way more unique. Have power before the money. What the hell you know that I'm the dopest one? Don't overdose. You wanna hold the notes like holding notes. You gotta go for broke, so I only proceed for proceeds. I've been a ghost since the goatee and pound chains and teaser hats. I even made the goat cheese. Just imagine all the other shit you don't see. I'm coming and killing, destroying the feeling, I'm floating the feeling, the boy tripping on me, but I still feel the hum like I feel in Detroit. B.I.G. minus the east and west beef. I'm the down, you gotta kiss me from right to left cheek, little bitch. And your wife, he said I was gonna wash you, nigga. And I took it easy, man.
Man, I told you that in confidence, big bro. Had to do me.
Big Sean, what's your takes on Big Sean's verse? Go on the wall. What's your take on the Big Sean verse? He was flowing.
He killed it.
He killed it.
He killed it.
What's your reaction, Marlon, to the Big Sean's verse? Big Sean's verse.
My bad, yeah. I've been falling asleep over here. I'm fucking exhausted. I think people need to put more respect on Big Sean. People be sleeping on Big Sean. I know Big Sean hasn't been relevant for a couple of years and shit like that. And this album he dropped recently was kind of a flop and shit, but he's dirty, bro. Big Sean's dirty.
My favorite thing about him is he was just sleeping on him. It's crazy.
Yeah, Big Sean's dirty, bro.
What's my favorite thing about this verse? Probably is what's it called when like his delivery. I like his delivery.
Yeah.
Like his cadence and shit that he does with the shit. You know what I'm saying? More so than just the punchlines and the bars. Here, I it's like very like he's talking about his hunger's back, his drive's back.
I fuck with Big Sean heavy, man. If he comes back to that era from back then, bro, I'm all with it.
But now, Joey Badass.
No,
Like,
Ab-Soul.
yeah, man.
No? Oh, Ab-Soul?
Come on.
Ab-Soul.
Joey's last.
I thought Joey was next. Okay.
Fuck it, let me remove the cap. My lady told me somebody told me that my career was in the trash. Something about missing my window or something. I wanted to laugh and shatter the glass he was referring to. Cause he ain't got a clue of what I turn into when I enter the booth. Neither do I, but I do know that kryptonite is not an issue. Plus the cape will be navy blue. You stuck in the lowest lane, it ain't a bird or a plane. And I'm rather faster than Burner's vein.
Damn.
Anyway, respect the gang in them.
Okay.
You're paper thin, featherweight.
Yeah.
And you're paper thin, like you never bang. You don't pay what you weigh, fuck is you even saying? Even if you was related to Shabba, you wouldn't make rank. On my mama, your men Nirvana just made plank. Huh? The ruler's back, in fact, I never left. In which case, Joey, you put me in a sticky predicament.
I did.
I had to show solidarity to my syndicate.
Come on, so.
Nah, you know anybody can get it in such a way that it'll make any physician conflicted. But listen, the 47 still on my tricep.
Damn.
Pass the pot, let me scale it. I'm quite the chef. Pro era, the masters that ain't never incorrect.
That's
But it's
right.
still TDE till 3000 and forever. Light was heavy and Ray definitely stepped. But this is hip hop, you know we still on that. It was healthy for the sport, sticking to the rules, keeping it competitive. Just be lucky that Soul ain't stepping in. All of
Bro,
y'all,
that
but I
line
had
right
to
there.
shoot.
Hard.
The boat with the ocean view, you know what I came to do. Hey, Sean, let me get the hat again. And ask Nene who her favorite rapper is. I had to do it, Fred.
Nigga, Big Sean. Listen,
he-
that was a shot, Big Sean. I like that. It was funny because Nene, Janae Aiko, because Janae Aiko is one of her favorite rappers. Is Absol.
It's Absol,
She
and-
said it.
She helped make TDE.
Yeah, she's worked with with them.
She
for
made
years.
TDE.
What you mean?
Look it
She
up.
spelled it out.
She's the one who fucking came up with TDE.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, did Janae Aiko create TDE?
Okay, I found this on the web for Did Jimmy Iko Great Siri. Check it out.
What the fuck?
Nah, fuck it, this shit. But I'll take Marlone's word for it. I know that she's tied. Obviously, she's from LA. She has ties with Absol and shit for years. Absol's one of the best rappers in the world.
He's,
I'm sorry. This is he's like in a
One of
different
the
cloth.
mo- he-
I
the
don't think
mo-
people understand
like,
this
yeah,
shit.
bro.
This is a different cloth. This is a different energy, a different essence. This nigga's blind. And it's
Basically.
like, you know what I'm saying? Basically. And like he's like there's so much of like this guy's a walking a alien, bro, to be honest with you. Addressing Joy Badass and addressing the Ray and Light and Ray step, but this is hip hop. It's good for the competitive sport. Blah, blah, blah. You're lucky that Absol didn't, step in like a soul of a shoe stepping in, and it's like,
Bro,
and they're not wrong. I was waiting for Absol to jump into that beef and like respond to Joey, etc. But they're friends, so it didn't make sense. It's like, it's almost like J. Cole and Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but I feel like Absol could have done it creatively. You know what I'm saying? But then. He did it here. This is how they did it.
He's like, Joey, you put me in a predicament.
You put
I
me
had to
in
show
a
solidarity with
you know what I'm
somebody
saying?
in
Tricky
syndicate, blah, blah, blah.
predicament.
Bro, what the fuck?
But the 47 still on my tricep. That shit's hard as fuck, bro.
Hard as fuck.
Because he has to address it. Think about it. This nigga literally wore a muscle shirt for this freestyle. Because he got to address the 47 on his tricep. He might have hit the gym beforehand.
Forever.
You know what I'm saying? He might have hit the gym beforehand. He could have wore a long sleeve and it wouldn't have worked. Like, even down to the details. Like, he made sure to show that 47 on the tricep. The shit was genius. Wow. But then, we got Joey Badass now.
That's cute, nigga. Look.
Oh, shit. That's cute, nigga. He's like, oh, shit, that's cute, nigga. Right away. It's like, damn. That's cute, nigga. Let me go.
Do it, Fred.
That's cute, nigga. Look. BK to Carson, no bar none. See me caution, I spit fire as arson. They don't want war with the Martian, they sending their troops at the general. But I'm the one who absolute. They obsolete, can't compete.
Absolute, bro. That's a double entendre.
But they simply lacking the heat. Blasphemy, I don't need no one to blaspheme. Charge it to the game, call that shit a catastrophe. Since rulers back, they been trying to measure up. Look, my name ain't Rick, but I talk slick, no pressure luck. And I ain't taking no words back, I'm with all that. This ain't gotta turn to nothing else, let's keep it all rap. First off, I could never hate the West Coast, but since niggas coming for Joe, fuck it, then let's go. Niggas must have forgot what I said on Control. There's still a bunch of sensitive rappers in they pajama clothes, I guess. This ain't no East versus West, I just think that I'm the best. As a matter of fact, I know these bars could put bad boys on death row. Kinda crazy how Shook and Puff in jail though, yo.
Oh, my God.
That was crazy.
Niggas is rapping. Niggas is rapping.
Nah, yeah.
This is what it should be.
Fuck!
Bro. This is what it should be.
Joey Badass. My God.
That niggas glorifying niggas
My
like fucking
God.
Playboy Cardi and shit. This is what rap is.
Oh my God, this guy would
Keep it going.
never
Always
gonna
got to do a
beat the
solid
allegations.
Playboy
Keep it
Cardi. My God.
Keep it going.
Never seen a freak on instead of battle rap on stage showing his cheeks on. Fuck type of time these niggas be on. Ain't no daylight saving, no sunshine, it won't be long. It's
That's a shot at Daylight. Daylight battle rapper. He also had a shot, this song basically towards Joey Badass during that time when he dropped the Rulers back. And he had the back and forth with Ray Vaughn. Daylight chimed in. Now he's stepping in and talking to Abs, talking back to Daylight, responding back to Daylight. Finally, Ab-Soul, close friends and affiliate with Daylight as well. So it's like a tongue-in-cheek type of shot, but still a shot.
Between the trolls and the weirdos who clowning for attention but wearing masks like Piero. See through your raps, it's clear, bruh. Get your ass capped trying to fuck with the PRO. I ain't worried about son, this world will
He sounds like Wu-Tang almost. This nigga got like that classic sound, bro. This guy, goddamn.
I ain't worried about son, this world revolve around mine. You ain't no Copernicus, nigga, you move on my time. Told you I would let you shine, give you space to coexist. Cause when I playing it in line, now they like getting eclipsed. Supernova over, no, I gotta keep it lit. Make the conversation shift. Every time I talk my shit, it's written in the constellations, the script. I'm like years ahead, they just trying to catch the drift. Every time I ask them, hey yo, no fly zone, say, oh, is that right? I ain't gotta book no flight, I'm still gonna pack life.
A no-fly zone. Yeah, is that right? I ain't gotta book no flight. I'm still gonna pack light. You gonna pack Daylight up. You know what I'm saying? And no-fly zone. Niggas be like, the West Coast, you can't come over here because the West Coast versus East. This is crazy. Meanwhile, we got Big Sean with the trigger. What's going on here? Got the finger gun ready to go, Sean. God damn.
No flight, I'm still gon' pack life. I'm over heads like a carry-on, ain't even checked yet, I'm done playing. I popped out like a cassette deck, respect that. They hanging on every bar till I'm hang tight. Get your muscle up before you think of stepping the swing way. I'm up early on the grind, I shine through the late night. I ain't gotta lose no sleep to break daylight. Shouldn't give you niggas time of day, but fucking shine a light on them, I'm a light ray. Now how can I say this all in a nice way? If you need the attention till top, you gotta pay. Look, I said what's a little pup to a canine? It's game time. I ain't green on the defensive, I'm on my dream on. Empty out the clip on your whole click when I aim on. I'm catching collaterals, hit you all at the same time. How the fuck one line? Bring a whole state I told you about them, bro. Bro, niggas told you, bro. You gotta respect the game. Bro, niggas is taking shots at me, bro. Taking shots at me. You shot first, bro. I mean, I was just shooting in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get y'all attention, man. Hey, shooters gonna shoot. Okay. Y'all niggas is up right now, hey, big 4-7. It's all that. You feel me? It's love.
Big 4-7 is all that pro era. You know what I'm saying? Pro era. Hard.
No, that was hard.
This is entertaining.
This is what we need.
This is some of the best shit I've seen in the past 2 years. Aside from the Kendrick and Drake beef, the spiral shit that Red Bull does with them, and like this is genius.
This is what Double XL should be.
Oh yeah, this is what the Double XL freshman freestyles, all that type of shit should be like this. You know what I'm saying? But
and it hasn't been the same since they were on it.
But the thing is that there's only, you know what I'm saying? There's only one Joey Badass. There's only one Ab-Soul. Like, these niggas that talented, they could do some shit like this. And they know how to incorporate a Big Sean. Big Sean's the wild card because you really don't need him there. But it's funny how he does that with him there because of the Control verse, right? And like that whole full circle moment now, fast forwarding, right? Especially Joey from being from that era as well, from back then, is like, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. And then the Janae Eco aspect, I loved it. And to be honest, Rayvon, phenomenal rapper out of TD. He's extremely talented. But I do agree with Joey where it's like, you're not on his level. Bro, Joey Badass has a classic mixtape. He has a classic catalog type of music.
I don't even know why he's talking to him.
It's a different level. But, no, I know why. For this reason, because now we're talking about him too. It's like it works marketing. You think TDE doesn't like support it? It's like you have to. It's like it makes sense.
I don't mean TDE. I mean Joey. I would never diss her.
Oh, Joey, I know, right? I was shocked that he like
stooped to that level. I wouldn't even diss Daylight. None of them are worth it.
But then maybe it's like, bro, Kendrick's not responding.
So
Kendrick's not going to respond. I don't think so. Why not shoot at him if he's still shooting at you?
This is practice, bro.
Yeah.
Why the fuck?
And why not rap?
Why the fuck not, bro? Show us that you can do this shit.
And also,
it don't matter what fucking level you at.
I'm talking about level career-wise. Talent-wise,
the only person on TDE,
Rayvon is a good-ass rapper. You know what I'm saying?
He's
that doesn't
good
matter.
as fuck.
He don't deserve this. He hasn't put in the pain to be getting a response from Joey Badass, who should have responded back with Schoolboy Q. Because if you diss in TDE in the West Coast, I would think Schoolboy would say something. Because technically, Ab-Soul's from Phoenix. So that's a nigga on your level. Classic album, multiple classic tracks. It's just, would you want to see Joey Badass and Schoolboy Q go at it? That's the question.
No, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, no.
But that's the only nigga I could think on that side that's on his level. That's the only nigga I'm responding back to besides Kendrick. Why would I? Nigga, I'm not responding.
And we have a response by Ray Vaughn.
That shit was ass.
Well, let's play it. Whole era.
I know you've been talking about me. Yeah. Niggas on that shit again. Yeah, niggas on top. Yeah. Look. Hey, Hoey, is you stupid or you dumb? Popping it and screaming about a 20v1.
Sound like Squabble Up.
Hoey, is you finished?
Kind of Squabble Up vibe.
We don't give a fuck where you from, where you from. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Okay. What's up?
He's trying to make it catchy.
Baby,
yeah.
we ain't even got
Shouldn't have done that route.
Check. We want to see the numbers like a math test. Round, Joey, round. We gon' name it at your backpack. Real shit. You should act more and you should rap less. Every verse ass with that BBL.
Should act more, should rap less.
Get it seasoned. Now you heavy on the salt. Catch him at the Staples Center. Bet you I'm a spark. Goofy, don't let power get your TV turned off. Nigga, what? You done ran into them steppers who don't tap dance. Gucci trash bands just for you to put them raps in. Conductor got you sounding like you in a jazz band. Why you going after Dottie? Think he Pac-Man? Ooh, CJ like 40 and he on drugs. Clickbaiting for the honeycomb. Get your own buzz. Skeletons inside my closet playing Bone Thugs. I put the whole pro era on a pro club. Hey, Hoey, is you stupid or you dumb? Popping it and screaming about a 20v1. Hey, Hoey, is you finished?
Calling him Hoey
instead of
fucking
where you
Joey.
from, where you from? Okay. What's up? Shut up.
If he didn't try to make it catchy and shit like that, this shit would have worked. He has some clever
Niggas
lines in
smoke,
there.
I'm a vape lord. Walk around with 9 on me, feel like I'm in grade 4. I could send him to the stars, he get paid for. But standing next to Soul ain't gon' save yours. For every verse, ho, we talking about I'm back. We don't give a fuck about where you was or where you at. See, the fans only know you for the acts, not the blaps. I know where you was and you was never on a map. Look, sleeping one eye open, I'm in Futurama. Old heads ain't try to school you, let me do the honor. Stupid ass nigga, I could tell he never been in drama. Who ain't nobody? I was writing for your baby mama. Call yourself speaking for the coast without backup. Drop a little 3-track EP and nigga, that's up. See what happened last time I acted beef a rapper. How you on TV and your homie using CapCut? Get active. Stop acting. Get active. Gang track shit. Your last slap was in 2017 and I played ball. I could deal with niggas on the screen. Ray Whopper. Quick to turn a nigga to a rollout. Heard they move the goalposts every time we show out. Here's a line combo. It really is a blowout. That didn't respond. Now you trying to call Cole out, dumbass? Hey, Hoey, is you stupid or you dumb? Popping it and screaming about a 20v1. Hey, rock him, stupid ass nigga, think he rock him. TDE superstars jealous, he ain't locked in. I done pull so many caps, I go to med school. Bullets flying by, sound like sounds on the Neptune. Thought the beef was livestock, really it was Deadpool. For that energy, I gave him wings once I Red Bull. Sorry, not sorry, shit was weak, pardon me. You made a whole EP, copping please. White black man, let him breathe. Nah, fuck that, hang him from the popular trees. He had y'all food like he do it for the sport. I'm Snoop Dogg, kicking over his little fort. Bitch, you watch, you ain't carrying no torch. You let Ice Spice turn it to the king of New York. What the fuck? Get active. Stop acting. Get active. Stop acting. Get active.
You know what?
Get active.
If it didn't,
Get active. Stop acting.
if it didn't have the fucking hook, that shit would be good.
If it have the hook,
I didn't like the beat.
and the beat was bad, and then the 3 verses. Why do you have 3 verses on a diss track?
Yeah, I don't like the beat. Ray Vaughn has freestyled a couple times over the Kendrick Lamar beats and stuff, and I like that. But then this song, I feel like you should have strayed away completely from Kendrick Lamar and just do something more original because it sounds like Squabble Up. And you know, the hook could have been. It's not really needed.
The hook is not needed.
I'm not looking for Ray Vaughn and Joey Badass
had-
to make like a banging hook or a
He
smash record.
He has some clever ass fucking lines. Though.
Yeah, no, the line, the Ice Spice line.
That's just hilarious.
Remember we spoke about that, like who's the king of New York? I was jokingly
That
saying
was
like
hilarious.
Ice Spice could be the king of New York. Technically, she
she
was the
was
hottest,
for 1 year.
the whole year was the hottest artist out of New York. And it's like, how is she the king of New York? And meanwhile, or how is Joey Badass the king of New York when he has no hot records, no hot nothing, no nothing. And Ice Spice is like a viable contender, right? And he's jokingly saying that. Does Ice Spice respond now? Is an Ice Spice diss coming towards Ray Vaughn?
She better not.
You know what I'm saying? That freestyle that Joey Badass was better though than this. If we want to compare that to this, it's like, yeah, no. I think Joey Badass is up with that. If we're just comparing that, and even just a compare, bro. Speak of the devil, Joey Badass responds today. Look at this.
I'm back.
The finals, a couple hours ago.
I found this shit ass.
I'm back.
Stupid, are you dumb? Nigga, 6, nigga, Joey and 1. What kind of top dog is you? You more shit shoe. You was cloned in the lab, dog. You artificial. You known for your label, not because you're artificial. And I ain't gotta talk about I broke you artificial. Cause when I send shots at you, it be hard to miss you. Ain't gotta load a magazine just to press this issue. In fact, these ain't even shots, they missiles. Trying to outclass a badass, so I gotta dismiss you. You all bark, no bite, but hit dogs, gon' holler. Caught a couple strays, now it's time I put them on the collar. I let them ride while I charge them for top dollar. You the next nigga getting dropped off a top roster, and I'ma be the reason. Okay, bet you shit.
Shout out Reason.
That was funny as fuck. Reason,
Yeah, I'm gonna be the reason.
Reason tweeted emojis. Gina's like, shut the fuck up
Yeah,
and
but
get in
rap.
the booth.
Yeah, you better stop tweeting emojis, Reason. You better start rapping,
You
nigga.
better start rapping, nigga.
You better take that shit as a shot and just shoot back at Joey, nigga. Fuck. Damn. That was a hard
Let
line.
them ride while I charge them for top dollar. You the next nigga getting dropped off a top roster, and I'ma be the reason. Okay, bet you sick dog looking for beef with a seasoned vet. I euthanize sick pups, nigga. You gon' see you barking up the wrong tree. Think you fucking with me? It's about time, top. Let your ass off for the leash. Signed for 5 years, yet your biggest moment for me. Can't nobody name a single
That's
song
sad.
you ever released. Even Crash Out wasn't your original beat. Every time Joey drop, you see he eats. I did more for you than the whole of TDE. It's too bad, nigga, you should have been signed to me. Somebody tell Top we about to start TDEs. Funny how they gotta use the pro name for promo on the low, though. I really think you niggas is homo. The way you let that dick sit in your mouth. This that same dick licking I was talking about. You niggas would do anything for the clout. Crash out over niggas who won't even let you in their house. I bet you ain't even got it.
You crash out over niggas who wouldn't even let you inside of their house. Nigga, we gotta be honest. That's just a fact.
The bars are.
Nigga, it's a kind of a fact.
How do you know thing doesn't?
Kendrick and Rayvon might not have like a relationship at all. He's like, bro, you fighting battles for him, and he's not even on TDE no more. It's like, and you the new nigga on TDE, but then we obviously could be wrong because Rayvon is extremely talented. He could be helping niggas write hooks and shit for years. We don't know his history, but it's just the perception. It's a hard bar.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's a good bar.
It's funny.
Bro, this is hilarious.
Niggas who won't even let you in their house. I bet you ain't even got his number. It's funny how the thirst is being disguised as hunger. Should've sat down, been humble, but now I gotta son you. This little ray of light will be the biggest shine of your whole life. I don't just flow, I talk to your soul on the mic. You don't want smoke with me? Please just give me a light. You need me to buzz, I'm light years beyond Ray. Want me to engage, so you mention my fiance. Clearly I ain't scared to get in the ring. I mean, even Javante had to fight a couple bums just to be king. Fuck around.
Nigga, he's going. He washing this nigga, bro.
No, I just hate his flow.
He is washing him. I don't like this beat.
I barely like the beat. I hate the flow.
I would have damn near rather get in a cappella, but these bars, the shit he's talking about, he's addressing everything he's saying, especially the wife, because this is you guys have probably seen her, not wife, my bad, fiance, Joey Badass,
The one with the music video.
beautiful woman. She's an actress, I believe, no?
Yeah.
Actress, singer. Soraya McNeil. Right here. He's like, you mentioned my fiance. It went viral because they were arguing in public. She was like a novella. Beautiful woman, beautiful couple. They have a child as well. You know, it's a real deal relationship, man. But here we have it. Let's keep it going. Joey smoking Ray.
Leave me no choice to slave on. Sugar in your tank, but you ain't no sugar rave on. Gave on, keep punching up with them pillow hands. You ain't even the middle man, you just a little man. Fuck with my feet, we throw hands like Ray, man. You ain't no Ray Liotta, how much you made, man. Said I wouldn't talk about your pocket, but hey, man, you need an optician just to see Ray Bans. Go fetch a coffee for your CEO.
Said I wouldn't talk about your pockets, but hey, man, you need an optician just to see Ray's bands. Nah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard.
Hey, bands, go fetch a coffee for your CEO. Cause judging by the numbers, clearly I can see he old. Your mouth running cause your pockets run on low. I'm active and I'm active, yeah. And that's something only me and Pac would know. Play with fire, then you gon' get burned. Listen and learn, kid. You was better off as the intern. Better yet, a mascot. I've been a beast with these flows, nigga. You can ask that. Illuminati Part 2, yeah, that was my last shot. And it's the difference between that and rulers back, let's be clear. I salute you, Kenny, but I know you well aware. You looking for some competition, then just know that I'll be right here. Straight like that.
He wants Kendrick to respond to him so bad, bro.
Whoa, Kendrick.
Cause like that's the thing he's talking about, like, oh, Ray throwing fits, this and that, blah blah. But it's like you're kind of making yourself look crazy. You're still bringing up fucking Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like. He wants to get acknowledged.
Is it outro here? So before we get do the Joey shot at Kendrick, which is wild. To me, he obviously used this song as like he said, Tank had to fight a couple bums. He's like, this is practice. I'm gonna shoot at you. This is practice. But also, at the end of this shot, I'm gonna aim for the big dog, Kendrick. He's like, yo, I still want Kendrick. He smoked Rayvon.
Yeah.
From that freestyle to this was a better, quicker response than the Rayvon song. 100%. 100%. Rayvon's hard. This is better. Rayvon said in an interview with Ebro, he said that that Joey Badass is closer to Rayvon career-wise and life and just in general than he is closer to Kendrick Lamar. I completely disagree. I'm not. I feel like niggas is not acting like Joey Badass is Joey Badass. Like,
yo, that was crazy disrespectful.
I know that Joey Badass has been acting for years. I've said it, like, bro, you're doing the rulers back. It's like, you get active, like, drop. Don't just be teasing shit and disappearing.
Joey Badass has multiple music videos with multi-million views. What are we talking about right now?
He had like a whole like blog era run. Like, he was like everyone in school was just talking about Joey Badass and Pro Era for like 2-3 solid years. Like, it was crazy.
Mention on Control, like, don't disrespect.
When Capital Steez died, it was like a whole cultural moment. Still is to this day. Rest in peace, Capital Steez. And Daylight did like posted a photo of Capital Steez. And people were like, what the fuck is gonna happen next? Is Daylight gonna respond? That Capital Steez? But then he posted another photo of a tattoo he has of Capital Steez.
The issue was he decided to go independent in an era when you shouldn't have. That's all it was.
Joey.
Yeah.
He went independent too soon.
Hell yeah, way too soon.
Listen, Rayvon, I think it's genius to use it as a marketing tactic. I think Rayvon has a really good album. I heard it last week. Go check out his album. I support that album. Gives like Good Kid, Mad City DNA. It's a good album. Go check out that album, the Rayvon album. His freestyles are fire. He's one of the best rappers right now. The new rappers, Rayvon's one of them. But Joey Badass and you are in two different levels. But it's interesting, right? Like, how long does this gonna go on? Like, Rayvon gonna respond again? Like, fuck it. Let's keep it going.
At this point, they should keep flooding it.
Just flood it.
Because
Reason gotta hop in. Daylight gotta hop in. Like, just everyone gonna keep going.
Nah, Kendrick gotta respond. Never
You think
mind.
Kendrick gonna respond?
Because, yo, I forgot. Someone just said this in the chat. They were on one train together.
That one train, yeah.
Nah, yeah, you gotta respond. I'm sorry. He's too close to your generation, bro. You gotta respond back. This nigga's
And he said
talking crazy.
Columinati. What was Columinati?
Kendrick can
Columinati.
respond.
Tupac album.
Columinati Part 2?
2. Yeah.
Okay. I thought Columinati Part 2 was like a song that Okay. So it's just a reference. It's the Pac reference.
Nah, yeah.
Get active. Stop acting.
If I'm on one of the best posse cuts with a nigga, I gotta respond back if he talking crazy to me.
So, Joey Badass calls out Kendrick Lamar during his actual diss record towards Rayvon, TDE artist, West Coast artist. And at the end, he uses it as a moment to call out Kendrick Lamar to beef, basically, to get active, right? He says, I salute you, Kenny, but I know you well aware. You looking for some competition, then you know I'll be right here. I've been a beast with these flows. Nigga, you can ask Dot. Columinati Part 2. Yeah, that was my last shot. Columinati Part 2. I might have to go to Genius for that reference then. Is he trying to say like he would kill, not literally, but you know what I'm saying, like kill him? Is he trying to say like Kendrick's Pac and he would kill him? Like, what's the reference here? I don't get that reference off the top of. Let me click. Okay, I have it right here on Genius. Illuminati Part 2. Illuminati Part 2 is Joey's response. Oh, this was a real song. Okay. I knew it. I had a feeling. This was his Control verse response years ago. Illuminati Part 2 was Joey Badass's Control verse response. This all feels very nostalgic, like blog era, right? Type of moment. Joey Badass, Kendrick Lamar. Are we going to get that? Also, is Joey Badass a viable actual opponent for Kendrick Lamar? As far as, does Kendrick Lamar benefit right now in general to respond to Joey Badass? You know what I'm saying? My opinion is no. I don't think so. But if he does respond, that means new Kendrick Lamar music.
Nah, it's the same generation. I want to see it.
You think so?
Yeah, he has to. I would love to see that. I be forgetting how old Joey is. That's why.
Because the nigga looks 20.
Yeah, I be forgetting. We heard him.
He's a real pretty Flacco.
Yeah, we heard him when Good Kid, Mad City got dropped. Like, this nigga's on One Train. I forgot. Holy shit.
It's crazy. It's blog era shit.
Nah, yeah, we gotta see that. Sorry, Kendrick. There's some niggas you gotta just diss. There's some niggas it's like, I don't even care if you're not on my level. I gotta diss you.
But can Joey Badass
I wouldn't give him a
smoke Kendrick? Can he hold a light to Kendrick's fire? I'll tell you this much. The fucking freestyle he just dropped, the Red Bull shit, this song, I think they're both better than The Ruler's Back. And The Ruler's Back was fire. I think he's on a run right now. I think he's reminding people, like, even me. Like, I know he's a good-ass rapper, but I'm like, damn. He out-rapped Ab-Soul in that freestyle. I think he had the best verse. It was him, Ab-Soul, then Big Sean. That's the order of the ranking of the Red Bull freestyle verses. That says a lot. Joey Badass in 2025 out-rapping Ab-Soul.
If Big Sean disses him, like K-Dot, he's going to give a group of niggas a song. That I can see. He's not giving one nigga a song. No way.
Listen, I felt like Joey Badass should diss Tyler Creator, someone else, because I feel like they would respond.
I don't want to hear that.
He doesn't want that shit. He wants Kendrick Lamar.
Who gives a fuck what Tyler the Creator has to say about Joey
I don't give a
Badass?
fuck.
West Coast.
Stop, Vic.
West Coast representation.
Bro, nobody wants to see
hearing
that
Tyler
shit,
Creator
bro.
diss this nigga on some artsy beats, bro. Please
Yeah, come on, bro. Ain't nobody wants
He
that
can do
shit.
RC beats too.
Vic.
Let's do
Nobody
RC beats
wants
versus
that
RC
shit,
beats.
bro.
Yo, Vic just fiending for drama, bro.
You can't act like Tyler Creator can't rap.
No, we're not saying that. It's just that. What does he? Oh, he's West Coast, okay, but
'Cause
like,
he's
what
taking
the
a shot
fuck
at
does
West
he
Coast.
represent, though, bro?
What is Tyler Creator ever gonna say that?
Tyler Creator would make more sense than Ray Vaughn.
No, he actually wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, he would.
What is Tyler Creator gonna say?
You shooting at the West Coast? You shooting at my guy Kenny?
Yo, there's nothing hard about.
No, bro.
Hard about this.
Let's
nigga,
not
bro.
even get into this
Look
conversation.
at this
Y'all
nigga's
bugging.
goofy face, bro. This nigga's not dope, bro. He's not
For
going
that
to
reason,
rap
I hope
beef.
it happens.
Omar with the 499. I could see Kendrick sneak dissing Joey on the album, but not a dedicated diss song. Yeah, no, 100%.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, he's
Tyler,
a dude.
Tyler
Yeah.
Creator, man. No, you're just trying to get music from him. He's like, no, Tyler Creator, shut the fuck up. We don't need that from you, bro.
Tyler Creator does this track. I might laugh.
They said Vic Delulu.
Look at that nigga.
Y'all
goofy
bugging,
ass
bro.
face,
No, you're bugging.
No, he has a goofy.
Tyler
ass
Creator
face,
would
bro.
do a phenomenal diss track.
We don't
Gotta stop,
want that, bro.
Gotta stop, bro.
We haven't even gotten that from him
Why-
yet. That's how I know it would be good.
The few niggas I don't ever want to hear diss track from: J. Cole, Tyler Creator.
Stop.
No, I want to listen to diss tracks from J. Cole, but not Tyler the Creator, bro.
You name it soft niggas, bro. I'm sorry, these niggas is not built like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised Troy Ave hasn't hopped in and shit, like trying to like spark some beef up again with Joey Badass.
Troy Ave, bro.
Think
Troy
about
Ave
it.
has snitching allegations he needs to resolve with.
Yeah, that's why he's too
first.
busy. He's too
Troy
busy.
Ave
with his
fucking
focus.
on Savage videos, bro.
That nigga's at Sage Restaurant, bro. That nigga's not worried about Joey Badass, bro.
Yeah, no, Kenny and Joey is very interesting he keeps pressing that button for Kendrick Lamar. I want to see it because I just want to see competition and I just want to see new Kendrick Lamar music. But we saw what Kendrick did to Drake. Imagine what he would do to Joey Badass. As far as perception, career, etc. Like, he could really go there and, like...
You know what I would love? I would love for an era to start a friendly competition like this. Keep it friendly. Like, go at each other's throats, you know. Show us that you niggas really got it.
But
but on some friendly shit. I don't give a fuck. Every rapper
Little
can start
Baby
doing that
versus
shit.
G Herbo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who could it be? Who could it be?
Your matchups would be crazy, bro.
We're talking about generations. Right now, who would it be?
People that
Ice
consider
Spice versus Glorilla?
people who consider themselves real rappers, bro.
Glorilla will
Let's be
wax that
honest.
shit.
People that consider themselves
G
real
Herbo's
rappers.
a real rapper. Lil Baby's a real rapper when he wants to. When
Lil
he wants to
Baby
start.
is
Herbo and Lil
fucking
Durk
trash, bro.
Are on the same level in my book.
Who?
Lil Durk and G Herbo could go back and forth.
I can see that.
Wale and Big Sean?
But I wouldn't want to see that because then they start shooting at each other.
Yeah, we don't want to see a Chicago beef.
Please be for real. That nigga Lil Durk got bigger issues than that.
Yeah, it might not be possible. We would want to see it, but we got Ray Vaughn and Joy Badass for now. And Ab-Soul was like, if I didn't hop in, you should hop in, Ab-Soul. That's the nigga I want to see in a rap beef. Ab-Soul just going crazy. That's who I want to see. Ab-Soul versus Joey Badass
He's a different
would have
person.
been insane.
He's a different person after he tried to off himself, bro.
Yeah, maybe his life's changed, but now, to be honest, we're not going to get that. Because
Nigga saying JID.
JID. Ooh.
Versus
Joey and JID. I'd
Joey
love to
Badass
see
versus
that.
JID.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that'd be hard.
Ooh.
JID would smoke his ass.
I still think Tyler Creator can bar these niggas
Stop,
up.
bro. Stop.
Bar these niggas up, Tyler.
Ain't
think you're
nobody want
confusing
this
lyrical
fluffy
ability
nigga.
with the ability
Yeah,
to actually
we
say
don't want
something
that shit, bro.
crazy.
We went to the Grand National Tour. That's the GNX Tour, the Kendrick Lamar and SZA Tour. We went to it live here in Gillette Stadium. My takeaway, my review is it was a great show. My favorite part about it was Kendrick Lamar performing Peekaboo with everyone with the guys in the crowd, not the guys that crowded on the stage and like doing the head bobbing and just walking around following him, like the orchestra choreography type of vibe with that was amazing. I think overall though, my takeaway from the show was SZA is much bigger of an artist than I realized. I know she was huge, but seeing her perform, how at times her performance was so much grander and like superstar feeling in comparison to some of the Kendrick Lamar moments, made sense why they went on tour together as a stadium tour. At first, I was like, damn, I wish Kendrick either did a tour by himself or I don't know, like it didn't make sense to me. At first, I'm like, you got the GNX albums, this is your moment. But when you see SZA on that tour and those hit records and all those white girls in that stadium going crazy to SZA, singing SZA word by word, whenever Kendrick would come on, because the whole shit was back and forth, Kendrick would come out, then SZA would come out, Kendrick would come out, SZA would come out. Whenever Kendrick came out, the white girls would be quiet. Whenever SZA would come out, the white young girls going crazy, word for word, word for word. It was crazy in there. And there was a lot of women in that building, and they were there for SZA. This is not a Kendrick Lamar solely tour. It's like an obvious co-headlining where you have both fan bases in the building, right? And it's crazy where you would think there'd be some similarities in the fan base because of the fact that, oh, they have the hit records together. But this is like two completely different fans, bro. I would see people not know Kendrick songs, and I would see people not know the SZA songs. Like literally, it was like a mix of both worlds. We knew both. I know both, so it was like fun as fuck for us to see because we saw both. We saw everything, right? We knew everything. We knew the lyrics and shit. I knew her biggest song. I knew everything. It was amazing. It was better than I expected. I was worried. I was worried about like the back and forth. I thought, oh shit, why don't they just open up for each other, switch off certain cities? The back and forth aspect worked. There was something about both of their performances where they were almost like mechanical though. You can tell like they're very tunnel vision. They weren't too like emotion heavy. It was just locked in, and like even Kendrick when he was rapping, sometimes he would like do it how he does it in some of these music videos and shit where he's kind of like just chill and like emotionless and like he'll rap it like chill, like nonchalantness. And also it helps him conserve, I guess, energy. They're on tours, a stadium tours, a lot of dates. But they gave me that vibe as well, where they're like very locked in and like, you know, they have like a set and it just very professional show, I would say. Even the ending, professional. They both ended up getting inside of the GNX at the end, shouting out Boston and shouting out the city and shouting out everything. Very beautiful. Definitely doesn't live up to full on pop out energy, because this wasn't that though. This was meant to be what we got, a grand national tour. It was a SZA and Kendrick show, the whole show. There was elements from the pop out, right? Because the Not Like Us shit was epic. But even that, I wish he did Not Like Us multiple times. You know, do it twice, right? I think that they should have had ended it with Gloria. I didn't like how they ended it with Gloria. Looking back at it, because the energy got brought down.
I like that they ended it with.
You like that? The energy got kind of brought down after Not Like Us. People started leaving. You
the last
guys saw that, right?
It's the last
Next to us,
album.
people started leaving after Not Like Us.
Yeah, but you know why?
Why?
They did that because
Crowd? Traffic?
No. The lights. Well, traffic, one, and two. The lights got shut down. I thought that I was like, damn, they ended it here.
It felt like the show ended.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The lights shut off, and it was like that for like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
walking around, this and that, blah blah. People started leaving.
Yeah.
I thought it ended. I was like, oh shit, it ended. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But obviously, I was like, nah, they're not gonna end it like that. But a lot of people, I could see that, and a lot of people started leaving with youngins and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
But why not end it with Not Like Us? Maybe because obviously it's not both of their songs. You know what I'm saying? But why not end it with Luther? Why you gotta add Gloria? Why not do Gloria, but do as like an intermission?
Y'all sleeping on Gloria, bro. That's the thing.
I'll tell you this much.
That's a good ass fucking
The whole
song.
world was sleeping. The whole stadium was sleeping on Gloria because everyone was quiet as fuck during the Gloria.
That song
Niggas
is
don't know that
good
song
as
like that.
fuck.
It's good as fuck.
And
No
it's
one's
the- and it's
saying
the-
it's
and
bad.
it's the last one on the album.
So maybe that's why.
Yeah, it's the last one on the album.
Listen,
And it's a perfect closer, a closer for the album. Was on the album. If you were to rearrange, what song would have been last?
I would say close it with Luther. The biggest song in the world right now.
Bro.
Close it with Luther.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm saying on the album, which song would have been last?
Oh, maybe Man in the Garden. At the Garden, Man at the Garden. Could have been
Nah,
a
it's
closer.
just too much. Gloria is more of like a mellow, slower. So you're ending it like that.
I don't know. But I'm excited to see what comes from this as far as documentary wise. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers had a dope visual documentary. I saw the Mr. Morale Big Steppers set performed. He performed it during the Governor's Ball in New York. Phenomenal. I still have that as my favorite Kendrick Lamar concert. Him performing the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Then I would put GNX, and then I would put the TDE show that we went to. That was crazy. This was better, I would say, than his TDE performance, what he did here. But it's obviously because it's a GNX and it has more of like that. Not Like Us. It's just like a no-brainer. What's your thoughts, Noel, after now looking at this Kendrick Lamar a couple days after? Because we gave you guys an instant reaction in the stadium, but now days later.
I like the visuals, the whole theme of the praying mantis, and then like it coincides with this idea that they kept trying to push of like praying mantis when they mate, it's like love and then it's hate because they eat their mate, and then the whole back and forth.
Yeah, you told us that. I didn't even catch that shit.
Yeah, and it was very like cinematic with that, like because the issue is you have two people with relatively different albums.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you put that together? And it felt like they were trying to insinuate, like, one is love, one is hate. And, like, it kind of intertwines as it goes because she would go at one point and be like, oh, I love my ex-husband or my ex-fiance. And then she go, I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
And then he would say, you know, he would make comments about love and hate, too. So it felt like they were playing off of that. Because you can't just perform. You know,
no.
It can't, especially the way they were doing it, with their intertwining going on and off.
You gotta create a show, a theme, a show.
And the themes, like that's why when they were bitching about the bugs dipping them, I'm like, That's the point. Like,
Yeah.
the whole idea was this, that, you know, it's centered around this idea of the praying mantis and like love and hate. And it's like they're both love and hate at the same time. And they're intertwining and going off of that. That's when you said like the music section didn't make sense. When you listen to what they're saying, it's like, oh, it does make sense. Like this is love and hate going off and like back and forth. That's what the sequence is. It's not going off a vibe. It's going off of that theme.
Yeah.
Because you were right. At one point, I'm like, why are you doing this song? Like you do Money Trees and then you do a hype song after.
And he did like an R&B version of Mad City.
Yeah, but it made sense because like if you notice the set list, like he's doing that love and hate shit. Which was dope. God bless. I enjoyed that a lot. That was my favorite part. Looking back, like after I sat with it, I'm like, all right, I see what you did there. That's dope. And like the skit, them at the gas station.
Yeah, the skits are dope as fuck.
Yeah, her making the joke like, oh, this fucking revolutionary rapper, fucking tired of his shit. Like I just found it all very like enjoyable.
Yeah. But thoughts, Marlon, days removed from the concert after attending a Gillette with us.
I thought it was a great concert. I love the dynamic duo. I love the visuals. And I'm not specifically talking about like the little skits and stuff like that they had there. That was cool, especially like he was talking about the gas station one. That shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like the camera angles, the lighting, the background shit that they would add to emphasize certain things that he was saying. The visuals when SZA was performing and giving you this fucking feeling that you're actually out there like in the fucking nature and shit like that. And kind of having more impact to what they were saying. I don't know. To me, it was dope as fuck. Especially, you know, when they do the fucking random camera cuts and they hit them at different angles and shit. It's just like, oh shit. You get in the fucking lighting, or even like, and this one, I hate to say it, but obviously I don't like the Playboy Cardi track. But when they fucking turn down the fucking lights.
Credit.
You turn on the lights and it's just straight lights flashing and shit like that. And you just get slight glimpses of him and shit like that, random smiles, and then the fucking changes glistening and shit.
Fire.
That was hard as fuck.
It felt like a music video.
That was hard as fuck.
It felt like a music video.
A lot of it felt like a music video.
Yes.
A lot of it felt like a music video.
Yes.
Like we were just part of a fucking music video. I fucking love that.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved it, bro. And then the energy of the crowd was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. Like they were telling, they're like, yo, guys, like you guys were 6 decibels fucking higher than our last one and this and that.
Yeah.
The energy was impeccable. It was dope as fuck.
No, it was good.
It was dope.
Live bands were dope too.
The live bands were dope. Listen, I want to give credit to Dave Free, PG Lang, TDE, coming together all to make this show possible. It's a difficult task.
Doc, I'm sorry to say this too. Before I forget,
Go.
the documentary's coming.
You think so?
No, I noticed it very quickly. The visuals that they had on the I'm glad we actually sat where we sat. Because if you look at the screen, I started to see it from the screen's perspective, and I'm like, oh, it's a documentary. Because when the lights were going on and off, when the Playboy Cardi song was on, I was like, why is he doing that? I bet that looks terrible from over there.
Yeah.
But then when I'm looking at the screen, I'm like, oh, this is hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all doing shit here that may not look that great to us, but it's because visually, like, on a screen, this looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So I think there's a documentary coming from this shit.
There's reports of Dave Free walking around with a camera doing BTS footage since the pop out. So he might have BTS footage of Kendrick Lamar rapping Euphoria. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the behind the scenes of Kendrick Lamar doing Not Like Us in the booth. Nigga, I'll pay a lot of money for that. I'll pay some subscription prices. They drop their own website with all this shit. I'll watch all that. Are you crazy?
Netflix did it with Beyonce. I'm not surprised if he does it too.
Bro, might as well. Did the Super Bowl, all this shit you doing, monetize that shit. A fucking documentary of Kendrick Lamar, the fucking beef with fucking Drake. Nigga,
Amazon.
what?
It would be.
You know how much of a bag you gotta pay him?
It would be a dope piece of fucking rap history and shit like that. But,
oh my god!
But it'll get fucking downplayed and drawn by every fucking Drake dick eater out there and be like, oh, he's still milking it. Oh,
he even made a documentary off of it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
nah. I mean, yeah, they would do that, but they can't deny the greatness. Like, and Drake can't
Again.
deny the greatness. They both can't deny each other's greatness. That's why they're both.
Imagine they both drop fucking documentaries.
That's what they should do. Drake basically did it. He leaked his own shit, to be honest. But I would recommend people to go to the concert, experience it. Also, people forget how big a fucking stadium is. 60,000 people in that bitch. A stadium. Like, it's hard to sell out a stadium.
No, yeah.
We bought tickets. The show wasn't sold out. We bought tickets from Ticketmaster. We had the obstructed view
quote unquote
tickets, right? We bought it from Ticketmaster, guys. We didn't buy resale tickets. I was trying to. And then I was like, let me go to Ticketmaster. We saved money. We would have paid $70, $80 above that price if we went through the resale route for that same tickets. They were available still on Ticketmaster. It is hard to sell out every single ticket. 60,000, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think Drake can't do it by himself either. I think Drake would need a Nicki Minaj.
That'd be crazy.
And that's already being rumored by these like random accounts, but no official, nothing, but that would be crazy. SZA. My biggest takeaway from this, I already know Kendrick's greatness. I'm starting to realize more the power of SZA. I know she's huge, bro, but my God.
Yeah, because we didn't get to see her for the TDE thing.
Because we didn't see her during the TDE
'cause
championship
that's when she,
tour.
like, fucked up her throat and shit like that.
Yeah, she was sick. It wasn't possible. They canceled her. She was on the merch that we bought. Remember, her face was on there. Everyone was on there, except, she didn't perform, but she was on the. SZA was on there. She was the only TDE person that basically didn't perform. Or did Isaiah Rashad perform?
Yeah, he performed.
He performed, yeah. But yeah, no, it was phenomenal to see her live, and like the investment they're putting into SZA right now is insane.
They should,
and they're getting the money back.
They should.
They're
because
getting
let's
the
be honest,
return on their investment.
Out of the people in there right now, she's the biggest one.
She's the biggest.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking this. I'm like, as an artist, obviously not as a rapper, you can't compare her because she doesn't rap. As an artist, is she bigger than Kendrick? Is SZA bigger than Kendrick as an artist? If we're talking about holistically. Because we were in that stadium. We saw how those white girls were going crazy. Like, she's basically pop now. She's R&B.
Is SZA bigger than Kendrick?
Yeah, as an artist.
No, of course. Why is that a debate?
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know, Noel.
What?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Because right now, Kendrick Lamar's Kendrick Lamar right now. He's always been Kendrick. But right
Kendrick
now,
Lamar's
he's
not a pop artist.
Nigga, he's basically damn near. He's a household name more than he's ever been before after this beef.
No, he's not a pop artist like SZA. I'm sorry. And even the chat would agree. That's a crazy thing to say.
I think the chat would disagree. That's the problem. I think they're brainwashed. They don't want to think about that idea of that even being a possibility.
No, that's what I mean. I think they would agree.
I
that
think
he's
it is
not
a
a pop
possibility.
artist. I don't think he's a pop artist. I just don't.
Oh, but however you want to categorize him, as big as SZA, I think that SZA, people are underestimating her. You know, I right now would say that Kendrick Lamar is a bigger artist because of everything that's happening. But SZA is unstoppable.
I hope she keeps going.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
I hope she keeps going. I hope she doesn't stop.
I love that they did this. Like, I'm glad that they did this tour together. Like, at first when it came out, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. Like, SZA, oh my God, I love her. I was completely wrong.
Yeah, you were.
She is a fucking star, nigga.
No, yeah, she's super
God
talented.
damn.
Bro, she actually sung.
All the
it was dope.
merch that people were wearing was SZA merch. All these girls were in the stadium with the camouflage SZA merch.
Because it was the best merch there.
It was a fire merch, bro. Fire. I should have fucking bought some shit, man. Fuck. It's reselling on eBay. Fuck. I didn't think about it. But the merch, nigga, even the merch was like, oh, the only merch that was really Kendrick, the pop-out merch was more fire than this. I'm surprised they didn't have pop-out merch there. I'm shocked by that. I really think like they know Kendrick he's Kendrick. I really think that they're trying to put a focal point on SZA. Like, they're putting a machine behind her. I don't know if you niggas know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say. Like, I even think that's what's next. A Kendrick Lamar and SZA album. I think that's next.
I don't think a whole album.
I think they got an album next.
A few tracks, sure.
I think they got an album next, bro.
I would love that, but I don't know.
SZA is a monster. I love it. But shout out to both of them. This was a phenomenal experience. Shout out to the fans. We got to interact with you all. I posted it today. The interviews is going viral on Twitter. People already coming up with their narratives and conspiracies. God bless. We asked a lot of you to be on camera. A lot of you said no. A lot of people were nervous, rushing to the car, etc. Everyone that got posted was everyone that was on camera. That's what we got. There's gonna be some people trolling. I'm assuming he's kind of trolling, but he was kind of dead ass. That guy that we met at the end, that was like a Drake fan and etc.
No, he was trolling. He's definitely a
He
fan.
had the popcorn, so I'm like, this nigga's trolling, but he might mean some of it. But it is what it is. It's entertainment. It's all entertainment. It's all funny. Celtics Tatum right now injured. Celtics won last night. They play tomorrow in New York. I think it ends tomorrow. A week later, after Noel was going crazy, went viral with his rant, right? People were blowing up his DMs. Celtics lost, I think, 2 games in a row after that.
Yep.
I told you. I'm like, hold up. This momentum shifting. New York is different. Tatum down right now. Can the Celtics right now win 3 games back to back? Is it possible, Noel? Or is it 2 games back to back they got to win?
2 more.
Can they win 2 games back to back?
Okay. I'm not here to run my mouth about New York. That's not what matters here.
And then end it on Porzingis. Does he have AIDS?
Y'all need to understand something. I'm sitting there at the Kendrick Lamar concert. The most expensive player in basketball. My franchise player, 0. He falls on the floor, bro. I know he tore his Achilles, bro. I knew it in my heart. And it broke my heart in that moment, bro. And I wanted to be like everyone else, bro, and just give up. And say, yo, fuck Boston. I'm good. I'm never doing, like, it's over. It's not happening. And then I said, no! And I felt this shit in my heart, bro. Like, I felt something in my soul tell me, bro, God is great. God is great. It don't matter. It's not over. And you know what, bro? It was so crazy because the next day, despite me standing on that, it felt like nobody cared. It felt like all the fans just disappeared. We're down 3-1. Everyone swears to God.
Got the air sucked out.
Bro, that Boston is done. It's something inside of me just kept saying, no! Have faith. You have to believe. Because at the end of the day, bro, this is the team that was highly favored. They were going to the finals. Most likely to win the chip again. The most expensive team in basketball. And then out of nowhere, Porzingis can't even breathe, bro. Vic, they don't know what's wrong with him. The fans are joking his AIDS. We don't know what's wrong with him. He plays the game.
God forbid his AIDS.
I hope it's not AIDS. There's rumors circling around. This is one of the symptoms of AIDS is when you have trouble breathing. So Porzingis is out. Drew Holiday's not playing like he used to play. It's just Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Bro, and then Jason Tatum tears his Achilles, and we all just think, bro, it's over, it's done. And it was at that moment that I finally understood, bro, this is so much bigger than basketball. This is such a metaphor on what the human condition is. Because, bro, I'm sitting, bro, like, I couldn't believe it, bro. Like, I really believe this is bigger than basketball, bro. This is why I think God is involved here. Bro, I need you to understand. This is the team that everyone swore to God was gonna win. Everyone swore. They lost their star player. They lost their third scoring option for a random condition. Bro, this is the cruelty of life. This is what life does to you. It knocks you down. It brings you to the bottom. But this is the thing. The fans had the nerve to sit here and tell me, bro, we don't have enough. Jaylen Brown, not enough. Derek White's not enough. None of them are enough. That's what you do all the time when life hits you hard. You whine and you complain and you say the things I have are not enough when it is divine intervention, when it is because of God. It is always enough. And you want to know why I'm ashamed? You want to know why I'm so angry? Yo, bro, it's Boston. Boston is the hub of Roman Catholicism, bro. Like, it is the hub of Catholics. The Pope! Bro, like, it is Irish Catholic in freaking Massachusetts, bro. Your grandmothers would be ashamed of you. I'm disgusted in the fan base. You're telling me that God's blessings are not enough? Now we gonna really talk. You're telling me when Moses had the staff, it wasn't enough?
God damn.
When David had the slingshot, it wasn't enough? That Jesus Christ and his 11 apostles that heard his word when he rose and spread his message, it wasn't enough.
What's happening?
It was.
It's not that serious.
It is that serious.
Not that serious.
It is that serious because it's more than basketball.
Is you losing
because
your
y'all
voice
listen,
worth it,
stop
bro?
talking.
This shit's crazy.
Stop talking. You need to understand. A lot of y'all don't understand, bro. You have to have faith. You have to believe. You have two options when life hits you. You have two options when the cruelty of this world is in front of your face. You're either gonna fold and die, or you're gonna get up, put everything on the table, and have faith and hope in something greater than yourself. And that's what I need from the Boston Celtics. That's what I need from the fan base. This ain't over till they win 4. And someone's gonna win 4. And it's gonna be the Boston Celtics. Stop playing with them. In Jesus' name, amen.
Yo.
I need some water.
You threw it, nigga.
Oh my God. What
He's gonna regret that shit tomorrow, bro.
What the fuck?
His throat is gone.
That's the greatest rant in the history of Boston Celtics fandom. There's nothing greater.
Ah, there goes the couch again, bro.
There's
Fuck.
nothing greater. Listen. Listen. We shall see. This shit might age like milk, nigga. I'm not.
I have faith. I believe. You gotta do it for something, bro. Here's the thing, Vic. Here's the thing.
You saw the you see how comments were like,
Oh,
No,
you're cooking me.
I haven't seen it.
Bro,
I don't,
after?
I don't keep up with this shit.
after they were like, right now
I
they're
want to
still doing
ask you
it.
this, nigga. Seriously.
They're still going back to the first clip.
Seriously, right? I want everything to go your way. But what if they lose tomorrow? What are you gonna do?
But that's
bro?
part of life. I'll accept it.
What are you gonna do,
If
though?
if we lose tomorrow,
Are you
I'm
not gonna
shocked.
show up next Monday?
Oh, I'm showing up. And I'm congratulating the Knicks. And I'm gonna congratulate Jalen Brunson. But we're not gonna lose. Malu, you need to understand something, bro. I need you to understand. This team has nothing. They don't have no reason to play. They're paid, all of them. They all have championships. You wanna know what they're playing for? Something greater than themselves. They're chasing greatness. This is the city of greatness. Do you understand that I was 6 years old when I watched the Boston Red Sox beat the New York Yankees when they told us we wouldn't do it? Do you understand that I was in high school, 9th grade, when this team of bums in Boston beat the Detroit Tigers in the ALCS? We talking about Justin Verlander, arguably the greatest pitcher in baseball. We talking about the Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera versus a 39-year-old closer, some bums. Some bums. Bro, I watched Tom Brady come back and make the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. And now I'm sitting here and I'm in front of so much resistance, so many enemies, so many wolves. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I still believe. I still believe.
So many wolves!
I still believe. I believe in my team. You wanna know why? Because they called my savior, Jesus Christ, crazy. They said that is a demon. Why do you follow him? Because you're crazy till you're right. And when you follow the word of God, they will always call you crazy. When you follow his purpose, they'll call you crazy. The Celtics, follow his purpose till you're no longer crazy. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. And stop talking about my God like that. You're making me angry. God.
Damn.
I don't think that's good for your health, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that's good for your health, bro.
Oh my God.
Let's be honest.
Nigga, I got my heart is pumping. You would have thought it was me. Oh my God. Listen, If we don't fucking get floor tickets to the fucking Celtics game,
Yo, they have to.
I swear to God.
Bro, if this ends up getting to the Celtics, like,
come on, bro.
If they watch
Let's
this,
be honest. He'll get kicked out the first 5 minutes.
This nigga be on the fucking Noel be on the fucking on the court, nigga choking Spike Lee. This nigga would be choking. I love your movies, but fuck the Knicks. Oh my God, nigga, he'll be choking him on the court, nigga.
I'm done.
He'll be punching Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan will be thrown up again on the court again. Fucking sick again. God damn. This nigga might have a heart attack in this bitch.
I bring my heart back.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Listen.
Well, guys, I hope you guys have a great night.
Yeah. Some local topics real quick to close off. Because there's no more sports to talk about that. Oh, we can't say real quick. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was announced to be added as a special contributor to the network, NBC's network, NBA coverage starting next season. Right. First time now, Michael Jordan officially doing what? Now it's been revealed that his plan right now is to appear only on taped segments during the season to provide analysis that will air during pregame or halftime shows. It's going to be determined later on how that's going to evolve, but that makes more sense. That's perfect because niggas do not want to see Michael Jordan live. Michael Jordan live
It'd be hilarious.
would say some crazy shit.
He's mad out of
he might
pocket.
literally say it again. He might say like fuck the kid, fuck them kids. He might literally go to do like a whole argument with Chuck, with Charles Barkley.
Bro, he told
about Stephen A. Smith.
He told Magic Johnson, lace up.
He literally this is literally the same guy who at the fucking was it the
75 year
the
anniversary.
75 NBA 75-year NBA anniversary told Magic Johnson to his face, lace up the sneakers. Let's go right now. He literally said, nigga, let's go. We might be 90. Damn near. But let's still do this shit like we 20. Let's go right now. The most competitive man maybe in the history of sports, Michael Jordan. He'll literally bet with you a fucking coin flip if he just meets you at the fucking park randomly. Like, he's so competitive. There's so many stories about him. Live on camera, I don't think it would have worked. Also, people are jokingly saying that this might be a recession indicator because Michael Jordan doesn't need any money. Why the fuck would he do this? He must be
Bored. Yeah.
He's passionate about the game. Why not get Michael Jordan talking about the game on camera?
I'm gonna love this.
It's about to be crazy.
It's gonna be great.
This might be better, I think, than Tom Brady, than the whole Tom Brady situation.
Yeah, because that Tom Brady toned it down a bit. He doesn't want to talk for real because it ruins his image of like the good guy.
Is Tom Brady on NBC too?
No, he's on Fox.
Fox. I think it's on Fox. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for Michael Jordan to do this. I just wanted to say that because the update came in today of officially what he's gonna be potentially doing. But local news, which is still major news all around the world as well, right? The Real Housewives. We reported on this being a rumor, right? That went viral. People all over the internet. Oh my God, Rhode Island. Is this really happening? It's confirmed by Bravo TV that there's going to be a Real Housewives of Rhode Island, right? Andy Cohen, right? One of the executive producers of the show, co-host, famous guy. Everyone knows Andy Cohen, especially if you know Real Housewives. He says that the cast for Rhode Island is incredible. They are very Italian, and that Rhode Island is such a small state. Rhode Island literally is we're the smallest state. Not such a small state, Andy. We're literally the smallest. But he says it's such a small state and that they all kind of know each other and they overlap. And it's an incredible group of women who have really interesting connections. And he thinks that this show is going to be a really big surprise for people.
Are they rich?
They have to be. Let's be honest.
They might be.
Nah, middle income Italians is hilarious.
It ain't gonna be no random shorty from Federal Hill, bro.
Listen, the rumored cast, allegedly, according to blogs, is Brianna LaTorre, Joe Ellen Tibery, Elizabeth McGraw, Monique Pass, Rosie Woods, Alicia Carmody, Stephanie Costa, and Kelsey Swanson.
They might need.
I never heard of these women in my life, but that's the thing with these type of shows. They make them instant. These are going to be instant overnight celebrities. These women, anywhere that they go filming is going to be viral. People are going to talk about it locally. We're going to know about it right away. Oh my God, they're doing a scene in what's that restaurant that Twin Oaks? They're doing a scene in Twin Oaks. They're doing a scene at Twin Oaks. They're doing a scene on Federal Hill. They're on Federal Hill. Oh my God,
it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be insane, bro.
I might have to link up with one of them.
Listen, the amount of attention it's gonna bring to the state is insane because this state is already very small. So you add one of the biggest shows of all time being filmed here, having his own version, and you give it multiple seasons. Woo! This shit is gonna be crazy.
Especially because the state's so small. If they start beefing, they're gonna run into each other everywhere.
My God, listen. If you guys need a podcast to come on, if you guys need a podcast on the show, hit us up. Bravo. Let's get it going. But this is going to be crazy. There's rumors behind the scenes that it might be including someone in the cannabis industry in Rhode Island. Maybe the owners of Slater, allegedly. That's what I'm allegedly hearing. Maybe the owners of Slater, the couple, maybe the owner and his wife, or one of the owners and his wife, famous dispensary here in Rhode Island, allegedly might be one of the cases. I hope we get some scenes on Broad Street. I understand this show's about rich people. You know, you're going to do North Kingston, Newport, etc. Let's get some shit on Broad Street. Let's get some shit in Providence, downtown. Let's show the real side of Rhode Island because we don't want to just this. I hope this doesn't just portray a
side,
materialistic,
rich
white side only because that is not the proper full representation of Rhode Island. I hope there's more flavor. There's real deal flavor. Now, the Italian flavor is a real flavor of Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. Does not act like Italy. Rhode Island is damn near like a mini Italy. So I love that aspect that they're saying is going to be very Italian. This shit might just be like Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore, but the rich kind, like the higher class Jersey Shore, damn near.
Italians be messy.
Paulie D
Paulie's
from Rhode Island.
Yeah, he's from Johnston.
Paulie D, I would love to. That's one of the dream guests for this podcast. Getting Paulie D in here talking crazy, talking about his old grenade past, his new relationship, everything. A legendary DJ from Rhode Island, Paulie D, DJ Paulie D. This is gonna be crazy. Noel might do a cameo. I'm hearing this is gonna be a wild time, a wild time. People online though, like Real Housewives blogs and fans, I've been keeping up with them. They're not happy about this. They're like, "What the fuck is happening in Rhode Island?" They're really like upset about this. Like, why Rhode Island? I think we better fucking prove them wrong.
What they want? Oklahoma.
Let's prove them wrong. Why not us? Why not us?
Real Housewives of North Dakota.
Yeah, nobody want to see
Real
that shit.
Housewives of Iowa.
Oklahoma City.
That's what we want to see.
Real Housewives of South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Real
There's some messy bitches down there, right? I ain't gonna lie to you.
Real Housewives of Seattle.
Real Housewives of Oregon.
I think that might be real. That might want to be real. Making up states.
You niggas are picking the wackest states.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's probably what they're saying about us. They're lumping us in with Oregon.
Rhode Island's lit, bro. We're in so many lists. Worst driver. Worst state to live in because of housing.
Here's an exclusive clip, Marlon.
But we are in the list though of best food.
Exclusive clip, real quick. Wait. That's not the link. This is the link. Where's the link?
Jesus Christ, they all look the same.
Oh yeah, these are the women, by the way. For who's I haven't seen, show the camera real quick. These are the women. You guys haven't seen them yet either. Very Italian, they're saying. They all look the same. They all look like Teresa from the Real Housewives, New Jersey.
I don't know, none of them.
Yeah, I've never seen none of them. Not that I can recall.
I can already tell that top right, if she is in it, that's gonna be a problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
She's looking like the feisty one. She ready to knock some
I can
bitches
see
out. Let's knock some bitches out. This might turn to baddies. Real quick.
You're excited, huh?
They might just start fighting.
He loves that this is here.
Yeah.
This is his bag, bro.
Oh yeah, no. And the drama, if one of them sleeps with one of the other one's husband or something. Oh my God, this is about to get messy. Oh my God.
I want you guys to understand this is the shit that Victor lives
Oh
for.
my God.
Like he's into the whole music shit, but he loves this.
I love reality TV, bro. My God, where's the exclusive
He's a baddie
clip?
himself.
Oh yeah, I'm a baddie daddy. Exclusive clip right here.
Club, hooking up with grenades. Okay, that is a bigger ugly chick. And then also landmines, which is a...
This is basically going to be what we're going to get.
Ronnie's crazy. Bro.
Yo, Ronnie was a bad man. He was a bad person.
No, he was.
We don't talk about it too much. Ronnie from Jersey Shore was a bad person, bro.
He used to just pick fights for her.
No, he was really bad.
Wait, he looks just like my cousin, bro. I have a cousin that looks just like him, bro.
He might be.
He's built the same way and everything, bro.
Yo, what the fuck happened there? Was that Vinny?
Love and life.
Bro, I need to rewatch Jersey Shore, bro.
Oh, that's Ronnie on the ground.
That's crazy.
Mike, the situation with the Jordan flight shirt looks like. God bless. No, yeah, I'm excited for this. Rhode Island, we got a show. Let's go. Speaking of Rhode Island, on the side of things, let me read this report right here. Breaking news as of last night, possible human remains again being found in Westerly, Rhode Island. Detectives in Westerly, Rhode Island are investigating after this was discovered Wednesday morning yesterday. They said that this was on Everett Avenue, 9:30 a.m. after what appeared to be a human leg bone.
Jesus Christ.
Being found. Remains were collected and taken into the medical examiner's office for analysis. At this time, police said no foul play was suspected, but they are awaiting an official confirmation of the remains' identity. What the fuck is happening? A leg bone. A leg bone.
Just cut it off. Left it there.
That is insane. It could be anything. It could be someone not even from Rhode Island. Obviously, TikTok right now. Serial killer. Oh, they're going crazy.
None of it has popped up in my feed.
They're going crazy. Well, this is probably not yet because this is brand new. Because this one, say it again?
I'm glad people are not police officers.
Yeah, no, this is but the human leg bone is kind of crazy. Also, imagine your morning. You're taking a walk or something. 9:30 a.m. in Rhode Island. You're taking a quick walk, exercising. You stumble upon a human leg bone. The fuck? You know how long of a bone that is?
I'm not.
It has to be. I'm assuming like this.
I'm not paying mind to it, bro. I'm gonna just keep.
Are you
it
gonna
pushing.
keep walking by?
I'm gonna keep it pushing. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me, bro.
Nah, bro. You gotta.
Fuck no.
Me, I might start crying if that shit. God forbid that shit happens to me. I'll start crying right there because you don't have a.
I'll be honest with you, bro. If I go for a walk in the fucking woods and shit like that, I'm carrying. I don't give a fuck.
Would you carry some cock? Would you talking about?
No, I'm gonna carry. I'm gonna carry a gun, nigga. I'm gonna carry a gun.
About to start fucking in the woods.
Nigga gonna fuck the serial killer.
Oh my God. Listen, but praying for the family of whoever this individual's remains belongs to. But yeah, pretty crazy. No proper update as of right now. Other than that, unfortunately, no identification. Some other news right now broke today. There was a swastika that was carved into a door at Brown University. Brown University's Department of Public Safety is currently investigating after the swastika was discovered carved into a bathroom door Wednesday night. Right? There was a letter sent to the students. Executive Vice President Russell Carey explained the swastika. He said the incident was documented and the symbol was immediately removed by repairing and repainting the door overnight. All right. They are describing this as an incident of hate being deeply troubling to Brown University's core mission and values. They're condemning such behavior right now at Brown. And shout out to John Gonzalez spoke, I guess, to the university to investigate the act of vandalism as a hate crime. The swastika was carved into a door at my alma mater. Listen, I don't want to point fingers, but I think there's a man to blame for this. And that might be the same man that made the greatest, maybe, album of all time, Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'm not going to lie to you.
You think Kanye?
I think they might have to arrest Kanye West, bro. I swear.
Took a flight from Japan to write swastikas.
They might have to
on Brown
fly to
University.
Japan, bro, and arrest that man because this nigga's influence might be having kids in schools. Because think about it. Obviously, at the same time, anyone could just do that at any given time to troll because it's a evergreen situation. Like, there's no current topic about it, but there is a current moment right now with Kanye West. Very unfortunate because that is a hate crime. But there's some people who will do that right now, unfortunately, because they think it's funny. And it's like, to them, it's just a joke. And you do that shit on school grounds, like Ivy League school like Brown. If they find whoever did this, God bless the guy. I don't know. They might be expelled. I don't know what's going to happen. It's just going to be crazy. There was clips circulating of people in Providence, Rhode Island, literally protesting outside of the mayor's house. They went outside of the house of Brett Smiley, saying, "Wake up, Smiley. Wake up, Smiley." Because Brett Smiley just came back from a trip to Israel. He went on a trip that's been controversial because he went to visit Israel. More than a dozen community members held signs and chanted outside of Brett Smiley's home today, less than 24 hours after he returned back from a week-long trip. He was in Israel for a week-long, 7 days, the mayor of Providence, Rhode Island. They're called the Wake Up Smiley protesters, and it was organized by the Rhode Island chapter of the Jewish Voice for Peace, which was a group, which the group said is the world's largest progressive Jewish anti-Zionist organization. Right? One of the members said at 7 a.m. and it was at 7 a.m. that they went to wake him up.
No, they gotta do earlier than that.
Oh my God. One of the members said that it's 7 a.m. and we just want to wake him up to the reality and stop doing what he's doing.
I'll be out there at 3 a.m., bro, with chucheros. What are you talking about?
Chucheros. This thing is crazy.
Have the deal outside that dude's crib, bro. Speakers blasted. Wake up, load.
The member said that she's been disappointed in the mayor for traveling to Israel at the time when the country is not allowing humanitarian aid into Gaza. Right? No taxpayer funds were spent on this trip, according to a spokesperson for the mayor. He said that it was funded by the Jewish Alliance of Greater Rhode Island and partially by the mayor personally himself. Yeah. The protesters stood also in the rain for about an hour and a half, but the mayor did not address them or speak to them or react to them. Is Brett Smiley Jewish?
I don't know.
It's not a known thing, right?
I don't know. Probably.
He could be, right? Obviously, we don't know. I feel like I would have known that, though, if he really was now. But yeah, controversial. Especially if he is Jewish, obviously, regardless if he's Jewish or not, he has every right to do whatever the fuck he wants. But it can come off as like, wait, read the room. You're trying to run again for mayor in Providence, and you don't have any actual active, proper stance, in defense of or anti-genocide, or also in defense of or just supporting the people of Palestine right now, but instead you take a week-long trip to Israel. So that's what people are looking at it like, oh, what's going on? It just seems out of touch in a sense to that nature. But I don't know I haven't done any research on what he did during that trip, etc. I will say this. Can they visit, the same way, because remember, this has always been a thing for years. Who did we cover that? Someone did that shit and they paid for the whole trip. No, we didn't talk. Did we talk about it? No, I think Bobby Lee spoke. Someone talked about it. Someone spoke about it, but it's like a thing where like they'll tell you to go, like come visit for years.
Yeah.
And they fund it. They pay it for you. Like Jewish organizations will pay it for you.
Yeah, to make Israel seem better.
Yeah, they want you to visit Israel. Visit Israel. Listen, shout out to our Jewish fans. Shout out to our Palestinian fans. But there's a lot of innocent deaths being happening right now, unfortunately. And yeah, I would love to hear the mayor's stance and response to this properly, especially after today's protest. It's going to be very interesting to see. Is it lastly right here? Let me see. What is this? The possible human remains. We covered that. The swastika. Yes, last local story right here. This was a man who right now allegedly has confessed to his father. They're allegedly saying that this man from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, confessed to his father to actually killing another man and wounding a woman. Last week there was a big shooting story. It wasn't a big shooting, but it was a shooting that happened in Pawtucket, Rhode Island last week. This man allegedly says that I shot my neighbor. The suspect's allegedly confessing to actually shooting this man and woman, to his family, to his father. The suspect is called Eric Peterson, 37 years old. He pulled a gun on his neighbors and fatally shot the 28-year-old neighbor, Brandon Cajested, after the men got into an argument. So he got into an argument with his neighbor and allegedly killed him. This was in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. He also critically injured a 25-year-old woman who was also holding a 2-year-old in her arms at the time, according to the police. When police interviewed the man, Eric Peterson, he recalled various parts of his day, including paying a citation, drinking alcohol, being visited by his father as well. He told police he drove down Payne Park and walked over to the Taft Street boat ramp, but did not remember anything that happened from that time he left his apartment to get into the park. He said he had no memory. According to court documents obtained by Target 12, detectives interviewed the suspect's father one day after the deadly incident. His father told police that his son appeared to be his normal self and didn't recall seeing or hearing anything unusual before he left. But he told the detectives that once he got to his home in Providence, a short time later, his son called the father back up and said, I fucked up, I guess they're trying to say here. I fucked up. I shot my neighbor. In a second three-way phone call with his parents, Peterson stated again that he made a mistake. According to police, Peterson's father told detectives he didn't know his son had a gun or how he even got one. He also said Peterson claimed he did not know where he disposed the gun, so he didn't know where he put the gun. Pawtucket police would not disclose if they've located the firearm used in the murder yet. Progress has been made in the investigation, Sergeant said, the details of which will not be made publicly available at this time as not to compromise our efforts. According to the court documents obtained, police also said that they seized a projectile of a 19mm Luger cartridge and a box of ammunition with the same caliber and manufacturer at the spent casings found at the scene. The man, Eric, was charged with the first-degree murder, 3 counts of a felony assault, 2 counts of discharging a firearm while committing a crime of violence, and single counts of carrying a pistol without a permit and a possession of a firearm prohibited by a person convicted of a violent crime. He did not enter a plea at his arraignment last week. Judge ordered him to be held without bail. He's due back in court next Tuesday. Shooting your neighbor over an argument is something that has happened before and has been seen online viral. I don't know if you guys saw that viral clip of that older white man. I think it was during a snowstorm. It was like people were like shoveling. It was like a cold. I think it was outside cold. It went super viral years ago, where they were arguing and he went back inside his house and came back outside with a gun and then shot the neighbor, and then allegedly I believe he shot himself after. Crazy. I think he shot the neighbor and the neighbor's wife. Crazy. But people get like this, bro. This is the same road rage shit where people can't handle their anger. They get the road rage mentality. They get that fuck my neighbor mentality. I had neighbors the other day that one of them was next door. One of them was hitting the broomstick up so hard to the next neighbor upstairs, and the other neighbor came down. And they got into the full-blown argument. You could hear it. The whole neighborhood could hear that shit, and the cops came and everything. It was crazy. The guy was about to get arrested. But to shoot the neighbor over the argument, your life is done. It's one of the dumbest. It's the dumbest decision of your life. You are currently cooked. It's over for you. It's unfortunate because, you know what I'm saying, it's not like the guy, it doesn't seem like it. His dad says it doesn't seem like he had, as of right now, a violent history, but the nigga was drunk, got mad, shot your neighbor.
Oh, he's fried.
Sounds like a country song.
Yeah.
I got drunk and mad and shot my neighbor. It sounds like a country song that's been written many times because this shit definitely has happened before in the past. Would you guys shoot your neighbor? I would hope the answer is no. Why are you thinking about it? What, you about to say yes?
No comment.
Oh my God.
No comment as well.
No comment. You're trying to fuck us. Nah, you're trying to fuck us up.
Now, would you fuck your neighbor?
No comment.
Oh, yeah.
No comment. No comment.
Damn, so you guys would fuck your male neighbor? Damn,
I never said
I
it was a
respect
male.
you guys' I fuck with that. You guys, I didn't know you guys were bisexual. In here.
Nigga, you
Listen,
didn't specify male, nigga.
I never said it was a male.
That's what I'm talking about. The neighbors. The guy's a neighbor. He shot a guy. Shot a guy neighbor.
You know, neighbor has no gender,
sex?
right?
No gender.
I mean, if you're gonna put a gender first, wouldn't you put the male gender first?
But the moment you said
No,
neighbor,
you
I know
just
exactly
think
what I was
always
thinking
trying
of.
to twist this shit on us.
Oh man,
Alright.
I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for another week of Cap, the Club Mission podcast. This has been the Cap Crew, the Cap Crew Sergeant Victor reporting. Marlon Noel here another week. Love you guys. We'll be back Monday. So there's more to talk about. We'll talk about Superman on Monday. We'll talk about the Weeknd's movie. I might watch it by Monday just to give you guys a review on Monday. Diddy case updates. Maybe some unfortunate more Rhode Island news. Maybe some Rhode Island good news update. Maybe Monday we could talk about our visit. We did a visit. Shout out to the Rhode Island Centerville Bank Stadium. The new soccer stadium was awesome. Thank you for the actual Morgan for the hospitality and everything. We would love to go back soon. Thank you guys for that. Yeah. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Prayers for everybody involved. A very toxic and heavy week of news. A lot of wild shit happening. A lot of things pertaining to women. Violence. It's a dark time right now. So prayers up. God bless you all. And see you guys on Monday.